alumni, students, faculty, staff, and friends, welcome to the 99th Annual Homecoming Pregame Activities at the University of Arkansas at Monticello. Today we are joined by the UAM Marching Band, the pride of Southeast Arkansas, for this activity. Presenting the 2023 Homecoming Royalty at UAM. Faith Chelsea Simmons is the 22-year-old daughter of Wayne and Lisa Simmons from Weevils, Arkansas. Faith is a senior music performance major. She was a 4-year member of the UAM Marching Band. She serves as vice president for the Student Activities Board and is on the Student Engagement Committee. Faith is sponsored by the Student Activities Board. She is escorted today by her father, Wayne Simmons.
Do you have to go inside the workout place?
All the way around the back side.
You have to get out on the sidewalk, walk around? Oh, I never would make it there back. I just had to quit and go home.
Homecoming Day, Faith Chelsea Simmons.
When the commercials are playing,
Madison Langford is the
say a whole
20-year-old
lot
daughter
of
of
turn
Cameron
the mics
Kent
down.
Langford from Rural Arkansas. Madison is a senior exercise science major. She is a member of the Missionary Baptist Student Fellowship and the Exercise Science Club. She is a member of the UAM Ambassadors and serves as their secretary. Madison is sponsored by the UAM Ambassadors. She is escorted today by her father, Cameron Langford.
Hello, Jason. Sound like you're down in the dumps.
Homecoming Day, Madison Langford.
Oh, did they? I'm sorry. I was going to ask how she was doing.
Ansley Pugh is the 20-year-old daughter of Lena
Okay.
Pugh from McGee, Arkansas. Ansley is a junior business major with an emphasis in marketing. She is a member of the National Honor Society. She is a member of the Alpha Sigma Alpha sorority and serves as vice president for Alumni and Heritage and as the National Pan-Atlantic Council delegate. Ansley is sponsored by Alpha Sigma Alpha. She is escorted today by her dad, Clark Pugh. Homecoming Day, Ansley Pugh.
Wow. Okay. Well, I hate to hear that, but
Shiloh Head is the 20-year-old daughter of Justin and Stephanie Head from Mena, Arkansas.
be at work.
Shiloh is a senior natural resource management forestry major. She is a member of the Xi Sigma Phi and serves as a fiscal officer, as a member of the Society of American Foresters, serving as the 2022-2023 District 9 Student Executive Representative, and serves as president of the UAM Forestry Club. She is the first recipient of the Foresters for the Future Scholarship and was a 2023 Conclave Technical MVP. Shiloh is sponsored by the UAM Forestry Club. She is escorted today by her dad, Justin Head. Homecoming Day, Shiloh Head. Riley Griffin Cole is the 21-year-old daughter of Todd and Carrie Griffin from DeWitt, Arkansas. Riley is a senior English major with an emphasis in literature. She is a member of the Theater Club and the National English Honor Society. She is a member of the Missionary Baptist Student Fellowship and currently serves as an intern. Riley is sponsored by the Missionary Baptist Student Fellowship. She is escorted there by her husband, Caden Brewer. Homecoming Day, Riley Griffin Brewer. Allison Chambers is the 21-year-old daughter of Chris and Jeannie Chambers of Monticello, Arkansas. Allison is a senior social work major. She is a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success and is a member of the Theta Zeta Phi Alpha Honor Society and serves as a chapter president. She is the recipient of the 2023 Raymond and Levetta Rogers Scholarship and was the 2022 Social Work Student of the Year. She is a nominee for the 2023 Veteran Social Work Student of the Year. Allison is sponsored by Theta Zeta Phi Honor Society. She is escorted today by her 6-year-old daughter, Grace Chambers. Homecoming Maid, Nancy Chambers. Nicole Martin is the 21-year-old daughter of Helen and Mike Martin from Hamburg, Arkansas. Nicole is a junior nursing major. She is a member of the Sigma 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 sorority and the Student Nurses Association. She serves as a UAM student ambassador and is a member of the Arkansas National Student Nurses Association Board of Directors. Nicole is sponsored by the UAM dance team. She is escorted today by her dad, Mike Martin. Homecoming Maid, Nicole Martin. Raven Calloway is the 21-year-old daughter of Amy Harrison from Star City, Arkansas. Raven is a senior animal science major. She is a member and president of the Collegiate Cattlemen's Association, serves as president of Collegiate Farm Bureau, is a team captain of the Cattle Show team, and is a member of the National Society of Leadership and Success and the Collegiate Pre-Vet Club. She was a 2022-2023 MVP for the Collegiate Cattlemen's Association and Collegiate Farm Bureau. Raven is sponsored by the UAM Collegiate Farm Bureau. She is escorted by her brother, Austin Calloway. Homecoming Maid, Raven Calloway. Kelly Baker is the 21-year-old daughter of Joanna and Daniel Bergeron from Monticello, Arkansas. Kelly is a senior biology major. She is a member of Alpha Tau National Honor Society, the Sigma Zeta National Honor Society for Math and Science, and the UAM Pre-Professional Club. She is a member of the UAM Collegiate FBLA, serving as an officer and an academic competitor, and is a member and officer of the Biology Club. Kelly is sponsored by the UAM Biology Club. She is escorted today by her husband, Lloyd Baker. Homecoming Maid, Kelly Baker. Caitlin Harris is the 21-year-old daughter of Lynn and Doug Harris from Monticello, Arkansas. Caitlin is a senior Bachelor of Science and Education Studies major. She is a member of Sigma Sigma sorority and the National Society of Leadership and Success and serves as a UAM ambassador. She serves as vice president for the Student Government Association and is a member of the CIS Club. Caitlin is sponsored by the UAM Student Government Association. She is escorted today by her brother, Jake Harris. Homecoming Maid, Caitlin Harris. Sierra Kinsman is a 22-year-old daughter of Julie Saba from Paramaribo, Channel. Sierra is a senior business administration major. She is a member of the UAM women's basketball team and the International Club. She is a student worker in the UAM Counseling Center. Sierra is sponsored by the International Club. She is being escorted today by her UAM basketball coach, David Midlick. Homecoming Maid, Sierra Kinsman. Taylor East is the 21-year-old daughter of Tammy Wilson from Houston, Texas. Taylor is a senior biology and biochemistry major. She is a member of the UAM women's basketball team, the UAM Residence Life Association, and Sigma Zeta Beta Pi. She serves as a UAM athletic student trainer and is involved in the research program for minority students. Taylor is sponsored by the UAM Residence Life Association. She is escorted today by her brother, Braden East. Homecoming Maid, Taylor East. Ladies and gentlemen, your University of Arkansas at Monticello homecoming court. The 2023 UAM homecoming queen is Addison Langford. Dr. Peggy Doss, Chancellor of the University, assisted by the 2022 UAM Queen, Becca Nichols, will crown Queen Addison and present her with roses, the Queen sash, and an engraved tray. Ladies and gentlemen, Queen Addison Langford. The UAM band will play a special salute to our Queen and her court as they leave the field. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Southeast Arkansas, your 2023 Weevil Marching Band, led by drum major Anna Stinnett from McLean, Arkansas. On behalf of the University of Arkansas at Monticello, the Weevil Marching Band greets all fans with a special welcome to the faculty, administration, students, alumni, and friends. Bands, we ask at this time to please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem, conducted by the Director of Bands, Dr. Kristen Zelnick. And now, please stay standing for our university alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Weevil Marching Band.
Arkansas. And a very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to another Great American Conference matchup here on KHPM 93.7 FM. The Bobo Weevils get set to take on the East Central Tigers from East Central Oklahoma. I'll get it all right. It's been a long day here today. Joining me on the broadcast is Sam Johnson. And Sam, you look at it, UAM comes in 2-2, needing a win, coming off that loss last week and the loss the week before to Harding. ECU's only got one win on the year. They're 1-3, and they're hungry for a win as well.
Exactly. Probably means we'll have a really good ball game.
Ought to be. UAM's going to be without the services of their starting quarterback, 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. It'll be Buddy Taylor, the starting quarterback. He's a redshirt freshman out of River Ridge, Louisiana. Went to John Curtis Christian School. And that's somewhere down in Louisiana. But we saw a little bit of him in the game against Northwestern, I believe, a couple of weeks ago.
Didn't do too bad. Of course, it was against second teamers for the other team also, but he looked pretty good. Didn't do bad.
And also coming up for the Weevils, they're down to their third string running back as 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 got the start last week against Ouachita Baptist. He ended up with almost 87 yards of rushing on the day, but they look to have a big game out of him this afternoon.
Exactly. He was the one we were trying to throw it to before we got the injuries to the running backs. So now maybe we can get it to him out of the backfield too.
The captains are out at center field for the coin toss. We'll take a break and come back and tell you who won the toss and who will have the football to start the game when we return after this timeout. The Weevils are going to get the football to start the game as they'll be moving from left to right on your radio dial from north to south here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. The kicker for East Central, Tommy Usi, gets set to kick it off. And back deep, who we got, Sam?
Greg Hooks and Jalen Gilliard.
They'll be out back standing about their own 1 yard line as we are just about set for this homecoming game to get kicked off. And there is the kickoff. Going to be a squib kick toward the sideline, going to go out of bounds. And the Weevils are going to get the football 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line to start the game. So we'll see what the redshirt freshman for the Weevils can do at quarterback, Buddy Taylor. And then you'll have 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. He's a freshman at the starting running back is who we expect to see this afternoon. We'll see if that all comes out the way they go. Buddy Taylor is the quarterback. It looks like number 3. It's going to be Arlie Lee at running back to start the ball game. Weevils will go with twin receivers, wide left, ball on the right hash mark. Handoff. Comes right up the middle, out over the 35, the 40, out to the 43-yard line. How about number 37 on the carry for the Weevils? That's 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. He's a freshman out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Nice hold by the offensive lineman. He ran for about 5 yards before he ever got touched.
Gain of 7, 2nd down and 3. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Weevils go again, handoff again. 1st down and more as a flag comes in as they'll carry out close to midfield, but let's wait and see what the flag is all about. And you have to think that's in the area of a hold.
Exactly. Another nice hold, maybe too nice a hold. Yep, you're right. It's going to be a hold.
𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 on the run. But we'll back it up from the line of scrimmage. It'll remain 2nd down and be 2nd down and 12 as they'll mark the penalty off. Just underway to start the first quarter. We have no score. I'm Jimmy Sledge alongside Mr. Sam Johnston here on KHPM 93.7 FM, your home of UAM Sports. Taylor again out of the shotgun. Looks over the defense. They're going to put 5 on the line. He wants to throw. 1st down, throws it complete out over the 45 to midfield. Still on his feet at the 45 and finally brought down at the 44-yard line of the Tigers.
Giovanni Gibson.
Giovanni, the redshirt freshman from Opelousas, Louisiana, making the catch in the run and moved the chains.
Nice shot on his first pass. Gave him a kind of an easy inside slant route there.
Quickly, he wants to throw again, complete out in the flat. This one at the 40 to the 35. It'll be another 1st down as he's run out of bounds and making the catch this time for the Weevils, Isaiah Cross. He's been the leading receiver on this team.
And Coach Qualls has got him in the hurry up, too, not giving the defense time to really get set.
Actually, it was a gain of 9, 2nd and 1. Wanting to go deep. The receiver gives up on the route, and looks like they just threw it way over everybody's head. As that was Giovanni Gibson, who was the receiver in that area.
Exactly.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 1. You have to think the Weevils are in 4-down territory here at the 36-yard line of the Tigers.
We got a little bit more of a jumbo package here. We substituted 2 or 3 tight ends here, so maybe we can get this yard on 3rd down.
It'll be a direct snap. Going to hand it off to the back coming from the left side across the 35. He's got the 1st down and more. Is making the carry this time. That's going to be Caleb Jacobs making the carry and the 1st down. Move the chains, keep the drive alive.
Exactly. Kind of hand it to the jet sweep back on that play.
So back in at quarterback now. It's going to be Buddy Taylor. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗑, your lone setback. H-back set to the right side. They'll run it to that side. Hand it off to Gage. Not much there. He'll get a yard, and that's about all, down to the 32-yard line.
First time there wasn't a hole there on the rest of the running plays we've had. Nice play by the defensive lineman for East Central.
2nd down and 9, a gain of 1. Weevils looking into Coach Qualls here on the sideline. He'll send the play in. Twin receivers go wide left. Twins come wide right. Ball on the right hash mark. Taylor again out of the gun, wanting to throw this time. Steps back now, takes off running, unloads the football and throws it out of bounds. Well, you like to see that. He made the decision that, he had to get out of the pocket, but he didn't try to force something down into the coverage.
Yeah, threw it away. Better sometimes to live for another down than to throw an interception.
12:24 to play here in the opening quarter. Opening drive of the ball game started at the 35-yard line. Weevils now 3rd down and 9 from the Tiger 32. Gage, handoff, right side, and he's not nowhere to go. Actually going to lose a yard back to the original line of scrimmage at the 34.
Defensive linemen for East Central have kind of taken over on the last couple of running plays.
They had the penetration there. They were in the backfield almost when he took the handoff.
Looks like we're going to go for it, though.
It's 4th down and 11, a loss of 2 on that last play. Weevils will spread the field. Trip receivers go wide left. One comes wide right. The quarterback, Buddy Taylor, puts the slot in motion to the short side of the field. He'll line up twin receivers now on either side. Taylor, straight drop, pressure coming. He's forced, going to be in trouble and going to be sacked all the way back at the 48-yard line. Coming through to make the sack for East Central, there's going to be 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. Big defensive lineman comes through, and the Weevils will turn it over on downs following the sack.
Looked like it was going to be another quick pass, too, but good coverage in the secondary from East Central. He really didn't have anywhere to go.
So the Weevils take the opening drive from the 35. They'll turn it over. They mark his forward progress where he got hit first at the 45-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over. Their quarterback this afternoon is Simon Jackson. He'll work out of the shotgun, I believe, is that right? 16. No, 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. Puts the slot in motion to the wide side. Little crossbuck handoff in the backfield to the tailback. Picks his way through the line, out close to midfield. He'll be stopped at the 48. We'll see who the running back is for the Tigers that time. Was it number 2?
Yes. No.
Number 0.
0.
That is Miles Davis. He'll line up on the left side. A gain of 1. Make it the gain of 3. So they mark it up at the 49. Look at the marker over there. Again, the quarterback, 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏𝗡. He's not listed on our 2 deep as one of the quarterbacks. But he gets the start this afternoon. Handoff again goes right up to Davis. Davis going to be stopped at midfield. It'll be a short gain of 1, almost 2, as he'll get it just inside Weevil territory.
Michael Pope on the tackle.
Bring up a 3rd down and a long 4. Almost 5. 3rd and 5 for the Tigers here on their first possession. Third down and 5. They'll stay in the spread with twin receivers on either side. Gravett calling the play, wanting to throw, looking right, fires over the middle. Ball is low. Is it going to be caught? Are they going to rule it a catch? No, it's incomplete. It hit the turf. Pass intended for the inside slot there, number 4. That is 𝗗𝗜𝗏𝗏. They'll bring up a 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. Gave up a few yards on 1st down, but then the other 2 downs, they didn't give them much.
Force them to a 3 and out in the first punt of the ball game. Coming up, as Weevils will send one man back deep. He'll stand at the 10-yard line. Good snap, end over end kick away from the return man. Hits at the 25. Going to take a Tiger roll inside the 20 down to the 15, and that's where the Weevils are going to start their second possession of the afternoon with 10:14 to play here in the opening quarter and no score. So now you think, well, your starting quarterback, his first start in collegiate football, and maybe he got the butterflies out of his stomach on that first drive.
Yeah, you might see a little more running out of him now after we kind of got him loosened up on the first drive. But he did real well with the short passes. But just that the holding penalty put us short in our drive.
Always does when you start behind the chains.
Yeah, those longer penalties are not very good.
This is homecoming here today, and been a big crowd on hand. They had the ribbon cutting for the physical therapy and the weight room. Used to be the old swimming pool. It's really a nice facility. If you get a chance to come to UAM, you need to go look at it. It's all state-of-the-art equipment. The training facility and weight room, something that the UAM needed.
Had lots of recruits here. That was something good for them to see while they were here, so that worked out good.
I understand. Yeah, I think Coach Hudd told me there were like 130 recruits. So you take all of them on campus looking at the new facility over there.
I'll say sometimes you don't have 130 for the whole year.
Yeah, we're at home here today. Next week we travel to Durant to southeastern Oklahoma. It'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff next Saturday. We'll be on the road. Weevils offense will come onto the field from their own 15. Taylor stays in at the quarterback. Looks like Cage will stay in at the running back. 1st and 10, Weevils. Tigers in a 4-man front. Little option, pitch goes to Cage. Cage over the left side. He'll get it across the 15, out close to the 19-yard line. It's going to be a gain of about 4 on the play. Almost 5. They mark him just shy of the 20-yard line.
Gamage is in the backfield now, looks like.
Yeah, Cage will come out. Kristen Gamage was a wide receiver couple of weeks ago, been recruited because of the injuries to go in the running back spot. Going to leave it with him up the middle on the left side. And he's going to get it out to about the 26. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Weevils. And here we go big again. The tight ends check in. Big number 88 for the Weevils. That is Joshua Dixon and Ian Mesh, both tight ends. Weevils will go big. It's actually like an inverted wishbone with the quarterback out of the shotgun. Gamage gets the handoff left side. He's not going to get the first down as he'll carry it out to about the 26, almost the 27-yard line. It'll be 4th down, and the Weevils are going to have to punt it away.
East Central's defense again holds the Weevils. Not much after that first couple of pass plays on that opening drive before the holding penalty. So need a good punt here.
On to do the punting for the Weevils is Zachary Grazzotti, averaging 44 yards a punt on the season. 8:36 to play, opening quarter. We have no score. Grazzotti gets a good snap, a nice high booming punt. It'll turn over. Drives the return man all the way back to the 27-yard line. He's hit, breaks the tackle, gets back over the 30, and then the Weevils are going to swarm him there at the 32-yard line for a short return. That's a 25, 45, a 47-yard punt.
Swapped ends of the field on them. They're nice job by the punter.
And the Tigers will start 1st and 10 on their own 32-yard line. And it's a warm afternoon. You know, normally, here we are in September, they don't start till 6 o'clock, but there's 2 games today at 2. There was 1 game in the Great American Conference at noon. Ouachita was playing at noon today, and then the other games are going to be at 6.
Might be a good idea to start at 11 to get away from all that heat.
It's 95 degrees at kickoff time. Of course, it's a natural grass field here at Convoy Leftley Stadium, so that's not quite as hot as a turf field would be if you were playing on turf.
Exactly.
And
the real grass absorbs that heat. That AstroTurf kind of reflects it right back at you.
8:17 to play in the opening quarter. We have no score. Weevils have had 2 possessions. This will be the ECU's second possession of the afternoon. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Their quarterback, Zy Gravitt, will work out of the shotgun. His running back is Miles Davis. He'll line up in the pistol formation behind Gravitt. They go with twin receivers to the left. Tight end slot, or the slot back to the right side, short side of the field. Gravitt again out of the gun. Going to hand it off. Davis gets it back. Another yard, maybe 2, as he'll carry it out close to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. I'll say the 34. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Alfrey Hankins on the tackle.
2nd down and 8. Ball in the middle of the field. They'll again send twin receivers to either side now. Weevils dressed in their green jerseys, white pants, white helmets today. Davis gets the handoff again, trying to come to the edge, and he's swarmed all the way back at the 30-yard line, and he's going nowhere. It'll be the loss of 3 on the play, back at the 31-yard line.
Demarius White was the first Weevil to show up.
Great pursuit on the outside by the defense to stop him. 3rd down and 11 now for East Central. So a 3rd and long. Weevils are going to put 4 men up on the line of scrimmage. They'll rush 4, it looks like. Unless they bring a delayed blitz. Gravitt out of the shotgun. Davis lines up to the right side of him, put him in motion, empty backfield. Gravitt steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, wide open, complete at the 45. Gets it out to the 48. It'll be good for the 1st down as they'll mark his forward progress at the 49-yard line.
Looks like the Weevils did send a blitzer, but he was picked up and he had lots of room in the secondary. Easy pass completion.
First down of the ball game for East Central comes with 6:43 left to play in the opening quarter. We have no score. from midfield. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 out of the gun again. 𝗗𝗑 hands it off to Davis. Davis picks his way through the line, goes across midfield, down to the Weevil 44, and he'll finally be brought down there. Nice gain of 6 for the running back from ECU.
Missed tackle right at the line of scrimmage, and he found some more room there. Pickup of about 5 or 6.
Going to be second down and a long 4, almost 5. Davis goes in motion. 𝗗𝗑𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 wanting to throw. Fires complete in the flat out here at the 40. It'll be another first down. As making the catch is going to be 𝗗𝗜𝗏𝗏𝗏 again. But not before he can pick up a first down.
Iverson Jr. out here on the tackle.
Secondary going to have to play a little tighter.
Yep.
1st and 10, Tigers now as they're on the move at the Weevil 38-yard line. The offensive coordinator going to change the play at the line of scrimmage as they'll do an audible. And looking in, play clock at 12. 𝗗𝗑𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏𝗏 again, works out of the gun. Twin receivers to either side, moves Davis in motion again, wanting to throw. Has time, looking, still time. Now forced out of the pocket, running to his right, looking downfield. He's finally going to dump it underneath, complete at the 30-yard line. That's Scott again on the catch, but he had all day to throw the football.
No, not much rush. He just kind of took a nice little stroll out to his right, threw back towards the middle.
Gain of 8, second down and 2 now for the Tigers. Quick snap, they hand it off to Davis this time. Davis, he's got the first down as he'll carry it inside the 30 down to the 27-yard line, make it the 28. But that'll move the chains once again for the Tigers as they're on the move.
New defensive lineman in for the Weevils. Trying to find a pass rush.
1st and 10, ECU. 4:32 left to play. We have no score. Second possession of the afternoon for the Tigers. Weevils have had 2 possessions as well. 𝗗𝗑𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗏𝗏 again out of the gun. Straight drop. Looking, still looking. Now in trouble. Avoids a sack there. Running to his left. Finally going to be hit and sacked back at the 40-yard line. Wow, and coming up to make the play is going to be Reem Getter. 6'2", a junior out of Shreveport, Louisiana.
And we got a flag, too.
𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 lost his helmet and all that. We'll see what the flag's about. The loss is back to the 39-yard line. So it'll be a loss of 11, but let's see. And, you got to think that's in the area of a holding call, you would think.
Looks like the linemen for East Central are not real happy.
Defense, number 94, continuing to participate after his helmet came off. Half the distance to the goal, automatic first down.
Wow, did you catch all that?
Yes. When his helmet came off, he continued to stay in the play. You can't do that. Once your helmet goes off, you got to just lay there.
So they're going to move it half the distance to the goal inside the 20. They'll keep the drive alive at the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, Tigers.
That's almost a 30-yard penalty, too, after the sack. Wow, that hurts.
1st and 10. 𝗗𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 stays in the game even after his helmet came off. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Leave it with Davis, the running back. Across the 15, the 10, cuts back at the 5, still on his feet, and they're finally going to bring him down just shy of the goal line at the 1-yard line.
Wow.
So it'll be 1st and goal for ECU here with 3:54 to play in the first quarter.
Big turn of events there.
They'll go big as they bring in the tight ends and the H-backs. Strong side of the field's the right. They go to that side, hand it off to one of the tight ends. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow.
Touchdown, East Central.
Tigers with the score, number 85 for them. And that is Jacob Martin. He was listed as a tight end, but he was a fullback that time.
Would have been second down and about 30, and it goes from that
to first down at the 14.
First down at the 14. That's a really big hurting penalty there.
The kicker's on, the snap's down, the kick's on its way, and it is good. 7-0. The Tigers of ECU take the lead with 3:39 to play in the first quarter. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more UAM football right after this timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the set of keys has been turned into the home side ticket office.
Wow.
If you are missing your set of keys, then turn down to the home side ticket-offs.
Seven 0. The Tigers of ECU have the lead. Back deep for the Weevils for the kickoff. It's going to be Greg Hooks on one side and McCorvey on the other. This one's going to be fielded by Hooks at the 1 and returned up to the 10. Hooks tripped up, missed the tackle, missed. He gets to the 20, and that's as far as he's going to go. So a 19-yard return on the kickoff, and that's where the Weevils will start this third possession of the afternoon, but they find themselves down by 7.
May have to go back to or try to go back to the quick passing game here, maybe.
As we try to pull up the stats, first down, ECU with 5 first downs, UAM with 2 so far here early in the game. 3:32 to play in the quarter. Again, our quarterback is Buddy Taylor, 5'11" redshirt freshman. Gamage is in at the running back. Twin receivers go wide left. Taylor out of the shotgun, hands it off to Gamage. Gamage picks his way. He's going to get it out to the 22-yard line, a short gain of only 2. But again, since that opening drive, it looks like the Tigers of ECU controlling the line of scrimmage.
Their defensive front's really kind of manhandling our offensive linemen.
Second down and 8. Imich in at the tight end spot, the H-backs where he lines up. Taylor wanting to throw, ball batted at the line of scrimmage. Taylor catches it himself, and it's going to be down back at the 10-yard line. Well, that's bad. You know, when the quarterback throws it, it gets tipped up and he catches it himself.
Should have just tried to bat it down. That's a reflex reaction to try to catch it. Would have been better off knocking it to the ground.
It's a loss of 9 on the play. Third down and 19 now for the Weevils.
Loss of 9 on the play brings up third down.
Third and 19. Twin receivers go wide left. Twins come wide right. Taylor straight drop. They'll rush 4. Taylor feels the pressure. He's going to run himself. Out to the 15, cuts to the 20, dives forward to about the 22-yard line. Well short of the first down, but at least he got him a little breathing room.
Nice pickup if it had not been for the sack on the batted pass.
There's a flag all the way back close to the 1-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Offense number 70. After this is to the goal.
Personal foul against the Weevils. Face mask on the offensive line. They're going to tab Tyler 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥.
Those are 2 peculiar penalties. One for the kid continuing to try to make a tackle because his helmet went off, and now a face mask on the offensive lineman. That doesn't happen very often.
They'll decline the penalty. It'll be 4th down and 7. Weevils will punt it away. Grossati on to punt it. He'll stand at his own 5 or make it to 10. Another high booming kick as this one will hit at the 45. Take a Tiger bounce back up field. It's going to be down at the 49-yard line. So the Tigers going to get excellent field position here with 2:05 left to play in the opening quarter, and they lead at 7-0.
Wow. I'm still reeling about those penalties. You just don't see those every day. It's really bad break.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Going to mark it at the 49-yard line. Their offense will come on. Weevil defense needs to make a stand here. Gravitt, the quarterback. He'll stay in the shotgun. They'll send trip receivers to the wide side on the left. Going to leave it with Davis. Davis cuts back against the grain, hit at the line. He'll fall forward across midfield to the Weevil 49-yard line. It'll be a gain of almost 2 on the play.
Alfred Hankins on the tackle, number 0.
Hankins, one of those big returning starters. He's a junior out of Charleston, Mississippi. 2nd down and 8 for ECU. They'll look into the sideline once again for the play. The offensive coordinator calls it over there. Play clock down to 10. Plenty of time. Gravett now lines up. Weevils rush 4. They hand it off to Davis. A flag comes in. He's hit behind the line. He'll get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, but let's see what the flag is about.
I'm going to say it's motion. I think the receiver out here wide, I think he jumped the snap.
Well, we need something to go our way. It's going to call encroachment against the Weevils. Somebody in the neutral zone before the snap. So it'll be 2nd down. They'll mark off the 5-yard penalty. And make it. It'll remain 2nd down. Be 2nd down and 2 for ECU at the Weevil 43-yard line. We're going to have a break go our way sometime this afternoon.
Need a turnover.
On 2nd and 2, Gravett wanting to throw. Gravett forced out of the pocket now, dumps it underneath again. A flag will come in. It's complete down inside the 35 at the 34-yard line, but bring it all back. That's got to be in the area of a hold.
Exactly. I think we're going to get that break we were talking about.
It would have been a 1st down if the play had stood. They call a holding against the offensive lineman for the Tigers. That is Ty Dott.
Looks like they were holding Hankins this time, and he might have taken a pretty good shot. He seems to be a little woozy over here on the sideline.
They'll spot the football back at the Tiger 47. It'll be 2nd down and 12 for ECU as we're under a minute left to play in the first quarter. 7-0 our score. ECU with the lead and the football. Pistol formation. Slot back moves over to the left side. Hand off to Davis. Davis squirts through across midfield. 1st down as he's hit at the 40-yard line and down there. Needed 12, got 13. That's a big play for the ECU offense.
Yes, immediately after the big penalty, they get it all back in one play.
1st and 10 Tigers at the Weevil 40-yard line. Maybe the final play of the first period. Tigers will send twin receivers either side. Gravett again looks into the sideline as they'll change the play after they look over the UAM defense. They're going to let the time expire, and we're going to head to the second quarter. It's 7-0. The Tigers of ECU, East Central University, have a lead over the Boll Weevils. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with the second half action for you in just a moment.
And at this time, we would like to direct your attention to the GAC logo on the south end of the stadium to recognize 3 special individuals that helped drive the renovation and opening of the Kenneth H. Hunt Performance Center. Mr. Ken Hunt, Mr. Terry Alexander, and Mr. Donald Matt Cass. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear the Nelson Americans all around the UAM Athletics. UAM is in the process of providing the Legacy campaign. The Legacy campaign is focused on enhancing the support of student athletes through major facility improvements. Please help support our student athletes with this major facility improvement and upgrade. For more information on Legacy campaign and LFLA, please contact the UAM.
The Tigers of ECU with a 7-0 lead. First quarter is in the books. Right now, ECU with 42 yards on the ground, 34 through the air, as they are up to 14 plays and 76 yards on the day. UAM, 10 yards rushing, 3 yards rushing, 35 yards through the air, 35 total yards on the afternoon, as the Weevils looking to get something going. 1st and 10 Tigers. Gravett hands it off to Davis. Davis over that left side, bulls his way, pushes a pile forward close to the 36-yard line.
They're making yards on 1st down. That makes their play calling a lot easier. We're having trouble with the 1st down plays.
Ball spotted just outside the Weevil 36. Second down and 7 for the Tigers. Weevil stay in a 4-man front. Davis gets the handoff again. Davis this time hit at the 35. He'll fall forward to the 34-yard line. Gain of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 4 now. Weevils need a stand right here.
𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 on the tackle for the Weevils.
Tigers will bring in another big tight end. It's Jackson Allen. He'll line up as a wide out. So we got triple receivers wide to the right, 1 to the left. Davis lines up on the left side of Gravett, the quarterback. Handed off Davis again. Gets to the edge. He's hit over there immediately when he turns the corner, and he's not going to get the first down. Maybe not even a gain on the play. Depending on where they mark the spot, actually a loss back to the 35-yard line.
Johnny Taylor on the tackle for the Weevils.
So to bring up a 4th down and 5 now for ECU. They're going to go for it.
Big play here for the Weevil defense. We need to turn that ball over.
On 4th and 5, Gravett out of the shotgun. Sends Davis in motion, the running back. Steps back, forced out of the pocket, running to his left. Throws it incomplete, and the Weevils are going to take over on downs. A lot of pressure coming up for the Weevils.
And excellent coverage in the secondary. He kept looking. There wasn't anywhere to throw it to that didn't have a green jersey there.
That was Keith Wells and 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠😅 with the defensive pressure. It'll be 1st and 10 Weevils. They'll spot it at the 35-yard line. ECU with a 7-0 lead. Keith Wells from right here in Monticello. 1st and 10 Weevils. 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗟𝗔𝗓 will be the running back this series. Trips come wide left. 1 receiver goes wide right. Your quarterback, Buddy Taylor, out of the shotgun. On 1st down, watch the throw. Taylor forced out of the pocket, running to his left now, throws into the sideline. It's complete out here for a short gain up to the 39, maybe the 38-yard line.
Giovanni Gibson.
And mark it at the 39, so it'll be a gain of 4, 2nd down and 6 for UAM. But it's positive yardage on 1st down.
That's something that we hadn't had in a while.
12:55 left to play in the first half. 7-0. ECU has the lead. Weevils with the football on 2nd and 7. 2nd and 6 make it. Taylor across the middle. Fires complete. Good for the first down. This is complete to Isaiah Cross at the 46-yard line of ECU.
But he did a good job of moving around in the pocket. Found him wide open for a big first down.
Marking at the 46 of ECU. Quickly, UAM back to the line of scrimmage. Quick snap. They hand it off this time. 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗟𝗓𝗡 hit behind the line. He'll squirt through as he breaks a tackle across the 45 down to the 43-yard line. And that's where they'll have it. 2nd down and 7 for the Weevils.
He got up mad at himself, too. He almost squirted through there. He was mad that he couldn't keep his feet.
2nd down, 7 for the Weevils. They look into over here. The offensive coordinator now put a wide receiver in motion. He'll come and line up on the left side. Hand it off to 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗟𝗡 again. 𝗗𝗦𝗧𝗟𝗡 inside the 40, down close to the 39-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd down and a manageable 3 now for the Weevils.
Positive yards again. Looks like we got a Weevil down.
Well, the big offensive lineman down on the field. They're going to call an injury timeout with 11:31 left to play here in the first half. It is 7-0. ECU's got the only score of the ball game, as they went 75 yards on 11 plays. Took almost 6 minutes of the first quarter to get the score, but they go up 7-0. Weevils needing to answer here at halftime. The injured player is Bayless Jones, the big offensive lineman. He'll get up and walk off the field under his own power. He's got a lot of braces on his legs.
Exactly.
He's going to get up and walk off under his own power, so that's good to see. They'll check him out here on the sideline. It's going to be 3rd down and 3 for the Weevils. And this is something we don't see, is the Weevils in a huddle.
Exactly.
They'll break the huddle. How about this? We go into the direct snap, right side. straight ahead, number 3, that is Demarius White, normally a linebacker. And that's Arlie Lee, the wide receiver.
Going to be close. Going to be close.
I believe he's got it. They're going to mark it, down at the 31-yard line. Needed to get to the 31.5 for the first down. Boy, you're right. They're looking at it awful close.
Well, where that chain is and where that ball is,
they've got it by the length of a football.
It's got to be a first down. I'd make them measure it.
They're saying it's 4th down and short. And now I think Coach Jackson finally talked him into measuring this football.
It might not be a first down, but let's see what the chain says when you get it out there in the middle of that field.
10:40 left to play in the half. Weevils trying to come from behind here. They trail 7-0. And right now, the way it sets, it's 4th down and short. But Coach Sam Johnson and I both looking at it from our angle. It looks like it's a first down.
From right here, I can't believe it's not a first down.
Well, they're going to stretch the chains, and we'll tell you about it. As they stretch the chain out.
Oh, yeah.
Half a football. Half a football. You and I got better eyes than the officials do. So it'll be 1st and 10, Weevils at the 36-yard line of ECU.
Got a nice little drive going here. Have picked up a couple first downs. Picked up a really clutch first down there to keep it going.
They'll finally get the chains moved and set them up. 1st and 10 at the 36, just outside the 36 of ECU. Buddy Taylor back at the quarterback spot. Gamage, a lone setback. Going to hand it off to Gamage, trying to find a hole, nothing there, and he's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. You look down, there's 5 white jerseys all around it.
Yeah, they're beating us off the line of scrimmage. As soon as Gamage gets the ball, when he should be able to make a cut, there's nowhere to cut to.
Ben Colligan will check in at tight end. He'll line up on the right side. That'll be the wide side of the field. He lines up as an H-back, blocking back. 2nd down and 10 for the Weevils. 4-man front. Handoff again. Gamage got a hole. He's across the 30. Going to be inside the 30, down close to the 29-yard line. Going to be a couple of yards shy of the first.
Had a little bit of a hole there that time, and he's a pretty good little scat back there. So got it to a manageable 3rd down distance here.
3rd down and 2. Quickly come up to the line of scrimmage. Taylor, handoff again. Gamage, nothing there. Tries to bounce it outside. He's got room at the 25. Gamage tripped up inside the 25, but it's a big first down for the Weevils.
Got a nice block out here by the wide receiver, and he made a good move himself.
There was nothing there when he tried to go up the middle, and he bounced it to the outside.
Which is his strength, the outside, getting outside.
They'll move the chains. It'll be a first down at the 22-yard line of ECU. The Tigers take a timeout here. They lead at 7-0 with 9:17 to play in the first half. And they're going to call the timeout and try to regroup, and there's an injured player also down on the field for the Tigers over here. Maybe the one that made the tackle, I think.
I think it is.
We'll remind you that our game today at 2. Next week will be at 2 o'clock. I think all the rest of our games are at 2 o'clock through the remainder of the season. We're on the road next week as we travel to Durant, Oklahoma, and take on Southeastern. That'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff next Saturday. I'll be on hand to bring you the play-by-play. It's homecoming here at UAM, and they crowned Addison Langford. She is an exercise science major from Warren. She's involved in the Exercise Science Club, the MBSF, and in the Secretary of UAM Ambassadors. So congratulations to her for being crowned as the 2023 UAM Homecoming Queen.
She had a great reaction when they announced her name. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it.
Yeah, they line them all up, all the candidates, and then they announce it right before kickoff here this afternoon. But congratulations to Addison Langford for being crowned the 2023 Homecoming Queen for UAM. Tell you what, we're going to take a break. Injured player still down on the field. We'll take a break and be back with more UAM football after this timeout. .9:17 to play here in the first half. 7-0 our score. ECU has the lead. The only scoring drive came back in the first quarter as ECU went 65 yards in 11 plays. It was a 1-yard run there at the end of it for them to get to score. The extra point was good. Weevils are on the move. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line of ECU. We still have they're still working on that injured player.
Looks like his right leg.
Yeah. Of course, both teams have taken a knee, and we only hope the best for the injured player down on the field for ECU.
Looks like he's got his hands on his face, like he may really be in some pretty bad pain. He hasn't moved much since the hit took place.
Well, the coaches for ECU's out there. Coach Jackson's out there as well, and the trainers. Like I said, they're working on looks like his right leg or right ankle that they're working on. We'll take another break, and we'll come back in just a moment.
Yeah.
Well, Devon Roche, who's the injured player for the Tigers of ECU, they're going to bring the cart out on the field to get him off. His teammates are coming over and going to wish him the best, so it must be a pretty serious injury on his right leg.
I thought I saw one of the trainers take out like an air cast, and they were putting it on his right leg. It's more than just a sprain of some kind, it looks like.
So we only wish the best for him. Hope he gets a good report. Devon Roche going to get a good round of applause from the crowd here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. All right, play about ready to resume. He's got it around his right leg of air cast.
Yeah.
So the Weevils will have it 1st and 10 at the ECU 22-yard line. Again, they line up in a huddle. We don't see that very often out of the Weevils. They'll send trip receivers wide right. One comes wide left, break the huddle, and a quick snap. Taylor rolling to his right, looking. The end zone has a man open, but it's picked off. In the end zone and return out to the 10, the 15, out to the 15, 20-yard line. And making the interception there is Jimmy Pitts, the defensive back. And I don't think Taylor ever saw him coming into play.
I don't think he did either. And the safety was just waiting on him to throw, it looked like.
The receiver looked like he was wide open. There wasn't anybody there, but, boy, he just came out of nowhere.
Wow.
So the Weevils get picked off in the end zone. 7-0 our score. Tigers with the lead. 8:54 to play here in the first half.
Looked like Coach Qualls went to Buddy as soon as he came off. Like it looked like he was saying, "Looks like." I mean, I know you didn't see him, but he was in the middle of the field the whole time. He's telling him it looked like.
1st and 10, Tigers. Grab it. Will work out of the shotgun. Got a new running back this time. That's going to be 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗓𝗏. Montgomery gets the handoff, following his blockers around the left side. He's going to get it back to about the line of scrimmage. And nothing there. Good pursuit by the Weevil defense.
Alfredy Hankins on the tackle in. He's made several tackles so far here in the first half.
We'll look and see maybe at halftime. Yeah, Alfredy in the end of the first quarter had 2 tackles recorded.
He's
officially.
already had 2 in this quarter. So
2nd down, 10 now for the Tigers. Out of the pistol formation. Montgomery, the lone setback. Grab it. Play action. Rolling to his left, right. Looking, throwing down the field. Throws into a crowd. Going to be incomplete. Double coverage down there. The pass intended for one of the tight ends. That was Hayden Stewart. The Weevils had it covered pretty well.
Both short and long. And the quarterback took a pretty good shot when he turned it loose, too.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Tigers from their own 20-yard line. 21-yard line where they have it. 3rd and 10. Yeah, Gravitt's trying to adjust his helmet out there.
Exactly.
Standing in
Where did that truck go?
On 3rd down and 10. Gravitt, straight drop. Forced out of the pocket, going to be sacked. He'll go down back at the 13-yard line, and that's your man.
Our man Hankins.
Alfredy.
You betcha, baby.
With the sack. And the loss is going to be back to the 13-yard line. It'll be 4th down and 19.
They're having trouble getting him blocked. So nice play.
Tigers are going to punt it from their own end zone. And going back deep for the Weevils. Is that Gibson?
Yes.
I believe.
I think so.
Is it 8 or 6? It's hard to
think
tell.
Exactly.
A high, wobbly kick. Going to be caught at the 48 and returned. And goes backwards and going to be dropped for a loss on the return back at the 44. That was actually Gamage on the return.
Okay. And he was going to be able to run for a little ways, looked like.
If that one gunner hadn't been able to make the shoestring
looked
tackle.
Like he had a little room over here, maybe. But good field position.
Yeah.
Good field position to start off.
From their own 45-yard line, the Weevils will start this. They need to put some points on the board now. They're down 7. The last drive ended up in an interception in the end zone.
We need to get Taylor a completion or two here where he can get the taste of that interception out of his mouth.
7:29 to play before halftime. Tigers lead at 7-0. Get a great crowd on hand on this warm last day of September. Temperature in the mid-90s. Heat index is going to be around 100. It's a good thing on the home side. Most of the fans are
in the shade. In the shade.
Here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. If you're on the visitor side, you're looking into that sun and sitting in the sun, in the heat. And the timeouts that they have are media timeouts or official timeouts, and that's to make sure that these players stay hydrated. You know, I talked with Coach Jackson this week, and he said he thought this week was even hotter than some of those practices they had back in the fall camp early.
Maybe so. That's a really good idea, though. You know, we don't need to get some kid hurt because it's too hot, so that's a good idea.
It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 44 as the Weevils offense comes back out onto the field. Again, Buddy Taylor, your quarterback. This time it'll be Glenn Cage, the running back. He's a freshman out of Baton Rouge. He'll line up on the left side of Taylor. Ball in the center of the field. Weevils moving from right to left here in this second quarter. One to throw. Taylor steps up, fires deep down the left side, and overthrows his intended receiver down here. That's going to be Arlie Lee. He and the cornerback kind of got tangled up just a little bit.
Exactly. I think Buddy could have held on to it just for a minute. He didn't really let his receiver get out of the break very well.
2nd down, 10 now for UAM, twin receivers go wide right, twins come wide left. On 2nd and 10, Taylor, straight drop. Pressure coming up the middle, throws it again, looking down the field, and almost a one-handed catch by Arlie Lee. Got his left hand stretched out, got his fingertips on it.
Just a little bit too far. Just a little bit. Wow, that was a good ball, though.
Kevin Davis, the defensive back, covering there for the Tigers. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 now for the Weevils. Caleb Jacobs will check in as a wide receiver. 3rd and 10 from their own 44-yard line. Gammage stays in at the running back spot. 7-0. Tigers with the lead. Jacobs comes in motion to the left. Taylor wanting to throw, forced out of the pocket, running to his left, throws over the middle, underthrows it a little bit as Jacobs goes down, and they're going to say, no, it hit the turf before the catch. It was close, and you really need instant replay to see that.
Exactly.
We don't have that in Division II football. But the UAM crowd, of course, thought it was a complete pass.
It was close. I thought it was, too. Man, it was. He threw a really, really good ball. It probably did hit the ground, but, wow, it was close.
Gsarty will come on to punt it away. Going back deep for the Tigers is going to be Dyer Scott. He'll stand at his own 15 to await the punt of Gsarty. Gsarty, good snap, no pressure, high, wobbly kick. Going to hit at the 25. This one takes another Tiger bounce back up the field. Going to go out of bounds up near the 30-yard line. And that's where ECU will have the football, 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Gsarty couldn't quite get that one to turn over. It had a little bit of backspin on it instead of forward spin. So
7:01 left to play here in the first half. 7-0 our score. The only score came back in the first quarter. If you joined us late, it was the Tigers of ECU. After UAM turned it over on downs, took it and went 65 yards in 11 plays, a 1-yard run by one of their tight ends who filled in when they went big.
Exactly.
Got the score.
UAM's been awful close on a couple of passes since that opening drive, and just can't quite get our both hands on the ball. But we had a big defensive stop the last time, so if we could do that here, get another shot at it before halftime, maybe we can get this thing tied up.
7:01 left to play here in the first half. Time of possession, 9 minutes and 50 seconds so far for ECU, 11 minutes and 16 seconds for UAM. 3rd down conversions, the Tigers are 1 of 4, UAM's 3 of 6. 4th down conversions, both teams are 0 of 1. Weevils with 24 plays, 81 yards, 21 plays for ECU, and 81 yards. A defensive battle going on
Exactly.
Gravitt out of the shotgun. Gravitt's going to leave it with his tailback. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage, going to be dropped for a 2-yard loss. Some of the same names we call every time. That's Christopher Campbell in on the stop. Number 94, also there's Alfrini in there again.
There you go.
Alfrini Hankins. Loss of 2, 2nd down and 12. This will be the 3rd running back we've seen out of ECU. This is David Hall. He'll line up in the pistol formation, now moves up on the left side of his quarterback. Gravitt changing the play. A flag comes in. Still time on the play clock. It'll be offsides.
Prior to the snap, ball start, offense, number 74, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
Well, those big linemen, when they get to leaning and moving, it's kind of hard to stay
When
there.
the quarterback started changing that play call, I think one of the linemen got mixed up on the snap count, and he flinched a little bit.
So it'll be 2nd and 17 now for the Tigers. That'll spot the football back at their own 23-yard line. Hall, again, the running back. Gravitt wanted to throw. Forced out of the pocket, scrambles. Up, going to be caught and dropped for a loss. Going to be sacked.
Hankins again.
He's having a heck of a ball game here this afternoon.
They hadn't figured out they better try to get away from him.
Alfrini Hankins plays the defensive end over there for the Weevils on the right side. And
he's adding to the tackle chart list in this quarter.
3rd down and 19. A loss of 2 on that play. So 3rd and long. Need to get them out of this, get the ball back. Going to hand it off to Hall. Hall gets it over the 25, out to the 27-yard line. A nice gain of about 5, maybe 6 yards. It'll bring up a 4th down and long, with the Tigers will have to punt it away.
Demarius White on the tackle out here, are forcing him out of bounds.
Gamage is going to go back deep once again for the Weevils. He'll stand at his own 30-yard line to await the punt. We've got 5:12 left to play here in the first half. 7-0 our score. ECU with the lead. A good snap. A little pressure, and it's blocked. It's going to spin at the 5. Picked up and scored by the Weevils. A scoop and score on the block punt, and coming up with it is Taylor Collins. A freshman out of Allen, Texas. Huge defensive play.
He made a great play by not stepping out of bounds as he was picking it up after the block.
Ball was just twirling around and around on the ground at the 5. He picked it up there and dove.
He could have stepped out real easily, but he made sure he stayed in back. Oh,
they may say he did go step it out of bounds. They are. They're going to mark it at the 2. Make it, the 2-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Oh, wow. We thought we had a score. They're going to mark it at the 2. But still, it's a UAM big play on special teams.
Exactly.
So the Weevil offense will come out. They'll go big. Arlie Lee will be taking the direct snap on the Wild Weevil. Beside him, in the backfield, Giovanni Gibson. Put Gamage in motion. Leave it with Gibson, left side. He cuts back, dives toward the goal line, and going to be stopped right inside the 1 at the 1 foot line.
It looked like his feet just slipped right out. It looked like there was a hole there. He just couldn't quite get over the line.
2nd and goal now from inside the 1. Lee takes the snap. He'll keep it himself. Heads into the end zone. Touchdown, Weevils. Arlie Lee from 1 foot out. Going to put the Weevils up on the board. 7-6 our score. They're an extra point away from tying it here with 4:27 left to go in the first half.
Really big play by the special teams.
Gsadi will come on to attempt the extra point. Caleb Jacobs does the holding. The right-footed kicker in Gsadi gets set. Jacobs gets a snap down. The kick's on its way, and it is good. We've got a new ball game. 7-7 our score. 4:27 to play in the half. We're back with more UAM football from Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium right after this timeout.
We practically took that ball.
I kind of had a thought in my mind, and all of a sudden we had 10 men on the line of scrimmage. I started to say, it looks like we might be going to go after this. I know, right? And we was back here by itself, wow.
Has changed jerseys. He's now number 23.
Seven our score. The Weevils tied up a block punt, recovered at the 2-yard line. 2 plays later, Arlie Lee takes it in for the score. Gsadi will kick it off for the Weevils. A high end-over-end kick going to be taken by Dior Scott at the 1. In the corner. He's up over the 10, up to the 15, the 20, 25, running out of room. He tries to cut it back inside, and they're finally going to corral him there at about the 26-yard line. So a 25-yard return on the kickoff. Tigers will start at their own 26 here.
Michael McCorvey knocked him out of bounds on the coverage team.
You know, special teams sometimes play a big part of a win and a big play in a game.
Hadn't had much success doing anything else, but really nice punt block there.
Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line. Grab it out of the shotgun. Davis is back in at the running back. Miles Davis, he'll take the handoff. Nope, Gravis going to keep it himself. He's caught in the backfield and going to be dropped for a loss. Shooting through the gap is Johnny Taylor, 6'2", a redshirt freshman out of New Orleans, Louisiana. And Sam, we talk about this. UAM's are really young. We're talking about a lot of redshirt freshmen out there on the field.
Looks like the quarterback hurt his right arm there. He got up kind of gimpy and headed straight to the sideline.
So we'll see the second-string quarterback, J.V. McGilly. As he'll come on. J.V. McGilly, I think I'm saying that right. He'll line up in the shotgun. Davis stays in at running back. A loss of 3, 2nd down and 13 now for the Tigers. Play action. Wanted to throw on his first play. Rolling to his left, going deep. Has a man wide open behind everybody. Catches it at the 40, at the 30, to the 25. Breaks a tackle at the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown. And a breakdown in the secondary by the Weevils. And a wide open wide receiver, number 2, Isaiah Willahite, on the catch.
Got caught looking in the backfield.
Wow, that's a way for a second-string quarterback to come in and make a statement, isn't it?
Exactly. Not good for the Weevils, but good for him. He threw it a long ways, too. He was wide open.
73-yard pass completion. Makes it 13-7. The extra point coming with 3:30 left to play here in the first half. Tigers with the lead. The snap's down. The kick's on its way, and it's good. 14-7. Tigers lead it. We'll be back with more UAM football after this timeout.
Fans, please be sure to pick up your copy of UAM Game Day, the official program of Weevil football. Inside, you'll find the team rosters, today's lineups, photos, and great coupons. Provided by the Hacker, the Goat, Monticello Coffee Company, Buddies, and Avocados. Thank you to our UAM football sponsors. UAM Game Day programs are on sale throughout Conroe and Leslie Cotton Stadium.
Fourteen to 7, the Tigers score quickly here with 3:30 left to play in the first half. Tigers have the lead. They'll get set to kick it off. Weevils hope to get a good return out of this one. Artie Lee will field it at the 7. Up over the 10, the 15. Got a little hole. He's out over the 25. He's going to be out close to the 30-yard line. So a nice return for the Weevils. Artie Lee on the return. Weevils will set up shop with all 3 timeouts remaining and 3:24 to play before halftime.
Maybe Buddy can get something going here for us before halftime.
Spotted at the 31. That's where the Weevils will start 1st and 10. Kristen Gamage, the running back. Buddy Taylor got the start this afternoon. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗔 was injured last week in the Ouachita game. They're going to try to rest him this week and hopefully not push it so he can get back. So it's not a real serious injury, we don't think. Bunch set to either side. Quick pass in the flat. It's going to be complete. Making the catch out there is Nick Howard. His first catch of the afternoon. It's good out to the 38-yard line. And that'll be a gain of almost 7 on the play. Bring up 2nd down and 2 now for the Weevils. We'll go under 3 minutes quickly. They snap the football. Taylor wanted to throw again. Has all day. Now he's forced out of the pocket. Throws it down the field. And looking for Gamage, who kind of ran a wheel route out of the backfield, but it throws it out of bounds. But yeah, he had a lot of time.
Looked like he might, once he kind of got outside, I thought he might be going to run.
It'll bring up 3rd down and a long 2 now for UAM.
We would need to pick up this 1st down. Don't need to give it back to him before the half.
Isaiah Cross And Arlie Lee come wide left. Wanting to throw. Taylor rolling to his left, in trouble. Going to be caught from behind. That's his blind side, a right-handed quarterback. Coming across from the other side was a defensive corner there, Geo Waller. They had the corner blitz coming, and that's from the backside. He really didn't see it coming.
And Lyman didn't really expect that corner to come either.
East Central is going to call a timeout with 2:37 left to play. They'll stop the clock. It's 4th down and 6. So they'll stop the clock. We'll keep it here. 14-7 our score. ECU with the lead over the Boll Weevils at the moment. ECU's run 23 plays for 70 yards here in the first half. UAM 27 plays for 81 yards total here in the first half. And, you know, most of their yardage came on that first scoring drive they had. And then the second
and a long pass.
So it'll be 4th and 6 for the Weevils. ECU saves some time as they call the timeout with 2:37. We'll have to see if their starting quarterback comes back in or if they go with the backup, Javi McGelly.
Looks like McGelly is warming up over there on the sideline.
He didn't have much chance to warm up last time, but he didn't need it, I guess. Touchdown pass.
He was warm when he got there.
Grassati will come on to punt it away for the Weevils. Zachary, a senior out of Anaheim, California, standing at his own 20 when he punts it away. Dyer Scott back deep for the Tigers. No pressure, another high wobbly kick. Going to hit at the 30. This one will take a Weevil bounce. Picked up by Scott at the 24. He'll return it and bumped out of bounds at the 25-yard line. As hustling down on the special teams is Irvin Jones, a redshirt freshman out of Hammond, Louisiana, making the stop on the special teams.
Weevil's got a lot of guys from Louisiana.
Well, that's where Coach Jackson is from.
Well, okay.
And he's always kept his ties really tight and close to those high schools and coaches down there in Louisiana. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Ball spotted at their own 25-yard line. McGelly will stay in at the quarterback. Davis in at running back. Handed off to Davis. Davis cuts back against the grain. Caught behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be dropped for a loss back at the 23-yard line. Good pursuit again by the
Keith Wells Jr. in on the tackle.
It'll be a loss of 2. Tigers are going to use another timeout. No, UAM called the timeout here with 2:23 left to play. They want the ball back, and they needed some time to work with. Trailing 14-7. We'll still keep it here. It's homecoming again on the campus of UAM. Been a lot of activities going on for the students and for parents and for visitors this week. Again, they crowned Addison Langford the homecoming queen. We want to say congratulations to her. I know her parents are proud. Let's say she's from Warren.
Exactly.
I'm Jimmy Sledge alongside Coach Sam Johnston. And Sam, you've been around football a long time. You know, you start trying to play a chess match now here with the final minutes of the half, and you're trying to use your timeouts wisely. You get a stop for a loss on 1st down. You got to call a timeout, don't you?
And if they keep trying to run the ball, I'd call one every time you stop them.
So, I mean, Weevils have 2 timeouts remaining. Tigers have 2 timeouts remaining as well.
We can't give up a big play. If we're going to start calling timeouts, we can't give up a big play.
Twin receivers will go wide left, tight end to the wide side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. The quarterback out of the shotgun. Going to hand it off, keep it himself. No, play action. Giving chase, Weevils do. He throws it toward the sideline, throws it out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 2:17 left to play. Weevils had 3 green jerseys there. You had number 3, which is Demarius White. Number 9 for the Weevils, that's there in Bellard. And our friend Alfreni Hankins.
He's never far from where the ball is.
3rd down and a long 12 now for the Tigers with 2:17 left to play here in the first half. 14-7 our score.
Be nice if they had another incomplete pass here to stop the clock again without a timeout having to be called.
They'll stack receivers wide to the left on the wide side of the field. Play action, straight drop back, throwing into the sideline. Going to be incomplete. Intended out here for 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. That'll stop the clock with 2:12, and so the Weevils should get it back up near midfield and have 2 timeouts left to work with. Here
to maybe at least get a field goal. You know, we hope a touchdown, but
Christian Gamage is going to go back. He'll stand at his own 35-yard line as he awaits the punt.
we got 10 folks on the line of scrimmage. We might go after him again.
They block the last punt. Pressure coming. He gets it off. This is a low end-over-end kick. Going to take a Tiger bounce. Going to be picked up by Gamage at the 30. He got trouble. He's at the 30. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets it back to the 31. So not much of a return. Following a 48-yard punt, 1-yard return, but the Weevils have 2 minutes and 1 second to work with 2 timeouts. They're going to be 69 yards away from pay dirt.
Short passes, trying to find the sideline, get out of bounds, get on the ball quick.
Isaiah Cross will split wide right along with Giovanni Gibson. Buddy Taylor, your quarterback, out of the shotgun. Looking to his left, fires quickly in the sideline. It's going to be caught. There's all kind of contact. No, it's not caught. It's incomplete. Weevils wanted an interference call. Arlie Lee was the intended receiver, and the defender was all over his back.
I think Coach Jackson thinks the reason he didn't catch it is because he had a hold of him.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 now with 1:56 to play before half. ECU with a 14-7 lead. Weevils' only score came after a block punt. Taylor straight drop, steps up, fires deep down the field, has Isaiah Cross open and overthrows him. Isaiah was open out near midfield on a deep out route.
I think Buddy might have felt a little bit of pressure that wasn't actually there, and just a little bit too far and too high.
So it'll be 3rd down and 10 now for the Weevils with 1:51 left to go. This possession has only taken about 11 seconds so far. Taylor again, straight drop. In trouble, pressure coming. He's going to be sacked back at the 22-yard line. A delayed blitz, and Taylor's going to have his helmet ripped off. Coming through to make the sack on him was P.J. Tuffle. The loss is going to be all the way back to the 21-yard line. So a loss of 10 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down, and now the Tigers are going to call a timeout with 1:39 left to go before halftime.
Didn't have much luck on that possession. Had a receiver open and missed him, and then the defensive linemen for East Central are pretty good size, and they got a good rush a couple of times there. So
Tigers are down to 1 timeout, 1:39 left to play here before halftime. 14-7 our score. ECU has the lead over the Weevils. Grassati's done a good job punting this afternoon. Looking at the punts this afternoon, 3 times for an average of 36 yards on the punts.
That's a little bit below what he's been averaging.
Yeah.
He needs a really good one here, maybe.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 19, make it the 24-yard line of UAM. Grassati will stand around his own 10 when he gets the snap. Going back deep for ECU, Dyer Scott. Tigers put 10 up on the line. Weevil spread it out, though, on the punting unit. Good snap. Grassati gets it off. A high, wobbly kick. It's away from the return man. It's going to hit it midfield. Take a short bounce for the Weevils and go out of bounds around the 49-yard line of ECU.
That wasn't a very good punt there. Looked like he might have went off the side of his foot a little, maybe.
27-yard punt. 1:30 left to go. They have 1 timeout. ECU will have it 1st and 10, just shy of midfield.
Got to play hard here. Don't need to give up any more points in this half.
Keep everything in front of you. Don't let them get behind you again. Here we go. All right, the backup quarterback still in for them, 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. Davis is in at the running back. Twin receivers go wide left. 𝗗𝗦𝗢 again out of the gun, puts a wide receiver in motion. That'll let 3 on this side. 1 to throw. He has a straight drop. All kind of time. Goes deep down the middle of the field, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended down there on a straight post pattern down the field for C.J. Moore.
Quarterback's got a pretty big arm, too. He threw that ball a long way.
It was about his own 40 when he threw it, and it hit almost at the goal line, so almost 60 yards through the air. 2nd down and 10. Boy, this last minute and 50 seconds is taking forever. We got 1:22 remaining.
Exactly.
They saved their time out with the incomplete pass. That stopped the clock. 𝗗𝗦𝗢 again out of the shotgun. Bunch set to the right, to the wide side of the field. 3 receivers all bunched there in one group. 𝗗𝗦𝗢 looking left, throws it to Davis out of the backfield. He's hit at the line, breaks a tackle across midfield to the 45 and down to the 43-yard line of UAM. Wow, he was stopped dead at his rights at the line of scrimmage and somehow kept his feet.
Initial hit was good, but he didn't wrap up.
A gain of 8 on the play. He stays in bounds. And ECU will use their final timeout of the half with 1:08 left to play here before halftime. ECU with a 14-7 lead. It'll be 3rd down and 2 from the Weevil 42-yard line when they come back out onto the field. But this is huge. I mean, ECU is going to get the football to start the 3rd quarter, too.
Can't give up any points.
Down by 7 here at homecoming. The Weevils trying to keep the crowd around. You want to keep the score close, don't you?
Can't sell any popcorn if you don't hold the score down.
It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Tigers of ECU. From the Weevil 42-yard line. 𝗗𝗦𝗢, who came in, already has 1 touchdown pass. The running back for him this time is going to be 𝗗𝗑𝗦𝗢𝗓𝒛. They'll send Dyer Scott, the wide receiver. He'll line up on the short side of the field. Ball's on the left hash mark. So twin receivers on the left, 1 on the right. Tight end to the wide side of the field as well. 𝗗𝗦𝗢 puts Scott in motion. Option, right side, pitch it to Scott. Scott trying to turn the corner, tries to hurdle a player, and he's going to be upended. Coming up for UAM to make the stop, that is going to be Greg Hooks. Hooks makes the stop on him, so no gain, or did he get a yard? Yeah, he's shy of the 1st down. And now the Tigers are out of timeout, so they have to quickly snap it on 4th down. 𝗗𝗦𝗢 moves underneath center, going to try to sneak it across. He'll get the 1st down. With 37 seconds, they'll stop the clock with 35 seconds to reset the chain and get them unpiled. He just barely got the 1st down, though. They're going to mark it just inside the 40-yard line. Needed to get to the 40 for the 1st. 1st and 10 with 34 seconds. They start the clock going. This time he'll go underneath center. Takes the snaps and spikes it to stop the clock here. It'll be 2nd down and 10. And ECU trying to buy a little time. 14-7. Tigers with the 7-point lead. They have the football. 2nd down and 10 at the Weevil 40 now with 26 seconds remaining here before half. They'll put trip receivers wide to the left. That'll be the wide side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. Tight end here on the near side. 𝗗𝗦𝗢𝗓 looking. Steps back in the pocket. Now throws down the field. Has a man open. It's complete at the 10. He'll fall down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line, 8-yard line where they mark him. It'll be 1st and goal. 17 seconds. They're going to have to spike it again. They stopped the clock long enough to get the marker down set. 1st and goal with 17. Still hadn't started the clock. Let them get reset. 𝗗𝗦𝗢𝗓𝗛's going to spike this one as he'll take the snap. 2 seconds go off the clock, and oh my goodness. It'll be 2nd and goal. Ball is at the 8-yard line where they mark it.
They sure kept that clock stopped for a long time. Wow.
We're down to 14 seconds. left to play here before half. The Tigers will come to the line of scrimmage. Vitelli in the backfield in the shotgun. He's got Davis, his #1 running back, in the shotgun. Now as penalties, flags come in. A lot of motion, a lot of pointing going on both sides. As UAM thought there was movement up front, and the Tigers thought UAM got in the neutral zone. Let's see what the official saw.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 79, 5-yard penalty, second down.
It'll be 1st and goal now from the 13-yard line. They'll back them up 5. You've got 14 seconds remaining. You can take a shot at the end zone. If it's incomplete, it stops. If you try to run it, time's going to run out.
I don't think they're going to run.
Majetti out of the shotgun. Play action, looking, fade pattern into the corner, throws it up. It is caught. Is it inbounds? Touchdown, Tigers. Wow, perfectly thrown ball and a great catch as he's falling down. The wide receiver out there for the Tigers, Jacob Martin, makes the catch.
Martin's the one that caught the long pass to get them set up down there, too. And he caught the long pass when the backup quarterback had to come in. We can't do much with him right now.
20-7. Tigers score here with 7 seconds left to go before halftime. The kicker's on to attempt the extra point. Snaps down, the kick's on its way, and this one is through the uprights.
Looks like we got a flag.
Got a flag on the extra point. So let's see what they're going to do now.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, snap infraction.
Well, false start against the offense, so they'll back them up 5 and try it from there. They'll spot it back at the 15-yard line. The kicker's got plenty of leg for that. Tommy Yossi. 7 seconds remain here before halftime. I think it's taken us 30 minutes to play the last 2 minutes of this half. It's been a while. All right. Snaps down. The kick's on its way. And it is good through the uprights. 21-7. Tigers lead it. 7 seconds remain before half. We'll take a break and be back with the kickoff after this.
East Central Oklahoma Tigers, 21. Fans, as a reminder, we have a cooling station set up at the south end of the field. If you feel overheated or that you may have a medical emergency, please find someone in a yellow game day shirt, a member of the University Police Department, or a paramedic, and they will assist you.
Seven seconds remain before halftime. It's 21-7. ECU with the lead as they scored here late in the first half. Yossi will kick it off toward the sideline. It's going to carry and go out of bounds. So the Weevils will get it up at the 35-yard line with 7 seconds. They've got 2 timeouts, but you just don't have a lot of time to do much. You know, do you take the knee, go in at halftime, try to regroup, or you take a shot down the field?
I think I'd take a shot. Because the ball went out of bounds, it's not like we got the ball on the 20. We're up nearly to midfield now. So
at the 35-yard line, your redshirt freshman quarterback, Buddy Taylor, lead his squad out there onto the field. Howard's going to split wide right. Isaiah Cross and Gibson come wide to the left. They're going to hand it off to Gamage. Christian Gamage turns the corner. He'll get out of bounds up near the 40-yard line. Shy of the 40, marking at the 38. And a flag's going to come in over there on the far sideline, on the ECU sideline, with 2 seconds left.
I think there was, on the extra point try, I think there was a little bit of mouthing going on, and I think somebody on East Central's sideline said the magic word.
Let's see, the officials are talking about it. Damage is coming off the field. He's the one that ran out of bounds over there in the ECU sideline. And they're going to mark this penalty off against the Weevils.
Both will be enforced. During the play, holding, offense, number 75. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
All right, 2 penalties, one against UAM, 10-yard holding penalty, and then a 15-yard personal foul against the Tigers of ECU. So the Weevils will have a first down now out at the 40-yard line with 2 seconds left to go before half. Going to hand it off to Cage. Cage straight up the middle. He's across the 45 and going to get it out to the 49 and be down there. A nice run of 9 yards to end the half, but the Weevils find themselves down by 2 scores, 21-7 here at the half, as a little skirmishing going on here between the 2 teams before they head to the locker room. And they're finally going to get them separated, and everybody's going to head toward the locker room. Weevils have got their work cut out. They got to do some regrouping when they come back at halftime.
Yeah, we had a bad, last 2 minutes, as you were saying. Not only did it take a long time, but we on the short end of those 2 minutes.
21-7 our score here at the half at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. The Weevils trail the Tigers of ECU. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our halftime show for you when we return in just a moment. We got 2 minutes.
No, I'm good. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's like you going through these Mentos.
Fans, we now have at the 50-yard line our game day sponsor, Robert Automotive, represented by salesman Mike Burns and son Cam Burns, and commercial represented by Vice President of Lending Joe Fakiri. They are being accompanied by Assistant AD for External Affairs and Game Day Operations, Mark Jenks, and Assistant AD for Internal Affairs and Special Events, Gary Pace, as well as UAM Chancellor Dr. Peggy Goss, who are presenting them with a commemorative football helmet for their sponsorship of today's game. We thank you for your continued support of UAM Athletics.
How about Tommy Lawrence? Is he? I know where he's at. I just wonder if he's still alive. Yeah. He's there, there's no report. Yeah. I need to go back there. I can't believe I haven't gone up there to check it.
We're back here at halftime, 21-7 our score. The Tigers of ECU have the lead here at homecoming, and the crowds hung around. They got to see their crown queen before. That was Addison Langford. The crowds kind of stuck around. And, I mean, you know, it was a 14-7 ball game with less than a minute to go, and the Tigers put one in there at the last second.
With a backup quarterback in.
Yeah, even. Looking at some of the numbers here in the first half, first downs. ECU with 7, UAM with 5. They rushed the football 20 times for 34 yards, UAM 20 times for 25 yards. And then you go look at receiving yards. They are, I'm not sure this is right, 4 of 9. 29 plays, 145. I don't think our stats are updated as of yet, but we'll try to catch that and see. Maybe they'll bring us some paper stats along. But what we have is UAM has run 35 plays for 79 yards. Tigers have run 29 total plays here in the first half for 145 yards. I think it's got to be more, because one play was 70 yards.
Yeah, I don't think that's up to date yet.
And we talked with Ryan the sports information director before the game. He said he had been having trouble with some stats. And they're just not updating, so we'll see what we can come up with. So we're at halftime. It's 21-7 in the Pride of the South. Tigers leading, Pride of the South. The UAM Marching Band is going to perform before this homecoming crowd. Next week we're on the road as we'll travel to Durant, Oklahoma, Southeastern Oklahoma University. It'll be on tap for next Saturday. It'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff. We'll have the broadcast here on KHBM 93.7 for you, beginning at 1:30 with the coaches show and 2 o'clock with the kickoff. So let's see if we can pick up some of the band here at halftime.
A night in New Orleans. The music of this year's show, arranged by Tom Cleary, begins with the Dixieland classic and New Orleans jazz standard, Bourbon Street Parade by Paul Barwin. We will then continue on to Jambalaya, written and recorded by the American country music singer Hank Williams. We will close the opener with When You're Smiling, made famous by the legendary jazz trumpeter Louis Armstrong. And now, under the field direction of Anna Stennett, we hope you enjoy our rendition of A Night in New Orleans.
Marching band from UAM, Pride of Southeast Arkansas, performing before the homecoming crowd here this afternoon. Glad you're with us. Here on the radio, 21-7 our score. The Tigers of ECU have the lead over your UAM Weevils here this afternoon, as we are at halftime, and still got a ways to go before the start of the second half. But Sam Johnson, you look at it, the Tigers of ECU, boy, they score that touchdown right before half. They're going to get the football to start the third quarter, so it's going to have a big defensive stand by UAM
right off the bat. We got to figure out some kind of way on offense too. After that first drive, we did real well till we got the holding penalty, and after that, we've kind of struggled a little bit. But you're right, the defense has got to figure it out on this first, and the big backup quarterback they got. We got to get some pressure on him. He's got a strong arm.
So both teams with their backup quarterbacks here this afternoon. Buddy Taylor for the Weevils and McKelly, we think is the way we pronounce his name, for the Tigers of ECU. But he came in first play and hit a 76-yard touchdown pass.
And it didn't look like it was hurting him any to throw it that far.
Well, here we are at halftime, 21-7. The Tigers of ECU with the lead over the Boll Weevils here in Monticello. We'll take a break and come back with more at halftime for you in just a moment. Back here at halftime, the Weevils trail 21-7 to the Tigers of ECU. And the pride of Southeast Arkansas, the UAM marching band performing here at halftime. Glad you're with us on the radio. Don't forget, next week we'll be back on the road as we travel to southeastern Oklahoma and take on southeastern Oklahoma. They're in Durant. They are winless coming into today's ball game, but I think they had a game at Henderson, I think is where they were at today. And we'll see if the Weevils can pull something out here on homecoming. They're down by 14 points. Second half is going to be coming up here in about 10 minutes or so, but we've got a lot more football to talk about for you later on here this afternoon.
We just got to figure out a way to stop them on their first possession and then get something cranked up on offense when we get it back.
Let's go back down on the field and pick up some more of the pride of Southeast Arkansas, the UAM marching band. The UAM marching band performing before the homecoming crowd. Glad to get them some airtime here this afternoon. We were at halftime, 21-7. The Tigers of ECU with the lead over the Bo Weevils. We'll take a break and come back after a word from some of our sponsors.
Fans, at this time, we would like to recognize the 2023 Hall of Fame inductees. For baseball, All-American and two-time All-GAC first-team selection, Andy Rios. For women's basketball, an All-American, a two-time first-team All-GAC selection and former Player of the Year, Jordan Goforth. For men's basketball, All-American UAM All-Decade Team member and former GAC Player of the Year, Corey Forge. Our 2023 Spirit Award winners, Mr. Larry and Ms. Shirley Krzanka. In attendance today is football three-time All-American Jalen Tolliver and academic All-American Cole Sears. Congratulations to the 2023 UAM Hall of Fame inductees. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, fans, get your Split the Pot raffle tickets out. It's time to draw the winning number. The winning number is 2204. 2204. Please meet the sack reps at the home side ticket booth to collect your winnings. Today's total pot is $444.
Yes, sir. Yes, sorry.
Connor Edwards, your student ID is on the home side of the press box. Connor Edwards, your student ID is at the home side press box.
How are you? Well, I'm suspecting to see her at helmet. Good call. Good call.
I'm not dragging around. It's not light.
Again, we welcome you back here at halftime. The Weevils trail the Tigers of ECU 21-7 here at halftime at homecoming. And I'm Jimmy Sledge alongside Sam Johnston. We finally got some updated stats. I think maybe they are totally right. But ECU with 37 plays here in the first half, 200 yards of total offense. UAM 36 plays, 88 yards. As you go back and look, they rushed it 21 times for 35 yards, 8 of 16 throwing the football. on the afternoon. UAM 6 of 15 with 1 interception. Individuals, Miles Davis, 10 carries for 40 yards. Actually netted 35. He had 1 loss. Josh Little, 3 for 7. David Hall, 3 for 6. For UAM, leading ground gainer has been Kristen Gamage. 17 carries for 18 yards. Glenn Gage, the other running back, 4 carries for 17 yards. Buddy Taylor got the start at quarterback, had to come in after 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 Brown out with an injury this week. This afternoon, you take the redshirt freshman, had a pretty tough afternoon. 5 of 11 with 1 interception, 54 yards, no touchdown. Longest was a 24-yard pass. He'd been sacked twice. The starting quarterback, Zy Gavitt for East Central, went 3 of 6 for 34 yards. Longest was a 19. He got sacked 3 times. Then the backup came in. So, I'm sure UAM's defense hadn't worked on that type of quarter. He's quite a bit bigger and stronger, it looks like. But 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥, 5 of 8, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns through the air. 77 was that long. His first pass of the ball game.
Right after he came in the game. I think maybe his first play.
First play. He throws it for 77 yards.
And then the play they scored on right before the half, he threw to the same receiver.
Number 85, and we'll get his name here in a minute, Hayden Stewart.
So the two of them had a couple of nice connections there.
Both teams have made their way out of the dressing room. We're about set for the second half of football here from Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium, as it is 21-7. The Tigers with the lead. The Tigers will get the football to start the third quarter. We'll take care of that. We'll do it in 60 seconds. Jason, we'll take it back in 60 seconds. We'll be back after this timeout. All right, we're set for the second half here this afternoon as UAM kickoff team. Grasati's going to handle the kickoff duties here this afternoon, or has been handling the kickoff duties. Again, it's homecoming, so we hope for a better turnout. Weevil's going to have to do a little bit better here in the second half.
Exactly. We got this first possession of the half here. Our defense has got to come through and turn the ball over and get it back for us without them scoring any more points.
Going back deep for the Tigers of ECU, the return man, Dior Scott on one side, and the other side will be Tavari Smith. And they've been kicking it toward Tavari and keeping it away from Scott. Here on the afternoon, kicking it deep in the left-hand corner. Weevils will be moving from right to left on your radio, from south to north here at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium. This one will be kicked straight down the middle of the field. And it will be Smith on the return from the 15, up over the 20, kind of tripped over the grass and falls forward out over the 25. He's a little disgusted with himself as he falls down at the 28-yard line.
That's number 83 for the Weevils. Asa Westerman fell on top of him. He may get credit for the tackle, but I believe you're right. I believe it was the grass.
From their own 28-yard line. We'll see the backup quarterback again, who came in there late, but he had a lot of success for the Tigers, as he will be in at the quarterback spot. McGelly out of the shotgun on first down. Going to hand it off right up the middle, across the 30, 35. They're going to be tripped up, 40, out to the 45, still on his feet, and finally brought down out of the 48-yard line. That's a back. I think the more different running back we've seen here this afternoon for the Tigers of ECU. And boy, he was hard to bring down. Now that's number 25. He's been in the ball game. That's David Hall. Move the chains. First down on the first play. Again, Hall gets carried. Big Hall again across midfield in the Weevil 45 down to 43. They'll stand up there. It'll be a gain of 9 on the play, and we second down and 1. Boy, they're just lining up and running right over Weevils.
Big holes. Big holes.
Got it just shy of the first down marker. Second down and a short 1. Tight end sets up on the right side. H back to the right. Side as well. Hall gets the carry again. This time he's hit behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be dropped for loss, and there's Alvin Hankins down the top for UAM.
We got to put a stop to this.
Get a loss of 2 on the play. It'll bring a third down and a long 3.
Big play right here. Big play.
Need to get their offense off the field. Shaking the ball game at wide receiver is going to be C.J. Moore. He'll come by the right. He's the player you're talking about that had a big catch.
And he's a big haul receiver too.
3rd and 3. McGalley out of the shotgun. Long snap count. Wants to throw. Step back into the pocket. Fires over the middle. It's going to be complete. Dior Scott. He's got the first down. He makes the catch at the 40-yard line.
Got just enough for the first down.
1st and 10 from the Weevil 40-yard line. Tigers have on the left hash mark from left to right in this third quarter. Scott will split out wide right to Moore. Leave it with the running back. He breaks the tackle at the 40. He's going to get it inside the 40 down to the 38-yard line. That's Demarius Montgomery on the carry. Gain of 2, second down and 8. Second down and 8 from the Weevil 37-yard line. And second and 7, a gain of 3 on that last play. Nothing fancy, just running it right up the middle here. Play action, rolling to his right. McGalley looking, buying time, deep down the field, has a man wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, no one within 10 yards of him. And that's C.J. Moore with the catch.
That running, making those first downs, causing the secondary to look in the backfield for the ball while the receiver's running by them. That's the second time that's happened.
And the Tigers will extend their lead 27-7 with the point after attempt coming. Their kicker will come on to attempt the extra point. 𝗗𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. He's been perfect on the day. Snaps down, the kick's on its way, and it is good. 28-7, the Tigers of ECU in their lead. We'll take the break and be back with the Weevils coming out on offense when we return in just a moment.
Media timeout. In accordance with NCAA rules, artificial noisemakers and air horns are not permitted. We'd also like to remind you that the playing circles and the sidelines are strictly reserved for game participants and event staff only. Any violators of these rules may be removed from the facility.
$28-7. The Tigers of ECU extend their lead, take the opening drive here in the third quarter. We started at their own 28-yard line, took them 7 plays to get down the field. As both teams still on the sideline. Now they're going to come out. UAM going to have to get some offense going. Didn't have a lot there in the first half as Weevils finished it with 88 total yards in the first half.
Won't win many with 88 yards.
The kicker gets set. He'll tee it up. We're waiting on the officials to blow it in play. 28-7. Tigers lead it. Took them almost 3 minutes to get the score here to start the third quarter. Kickoff. High end over end kick. Going to be fielded at the 10. Returned by the Weevils to the 15, the 20. Up to the 22-yard line and going to be run out of bounds there. Is on the return for the Weevils is 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠😓.
Number 38, Jalen Gilliard on the return.
And the Weevils will start 1st and 10. Inside their own 25. They say at the 23-yard line where he went out of bounds.
Got to get something going on offense now for sure.
Down 28-7 to start the third quarter with the Weevils' first possession after the Tigers scored. Buddy Taylor at quarterback, the redshirt freshman, got the start today after 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠😓 out with an injury. He's going to hand it off to 𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍. 𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍 finds a hole. He's across the 25, the 30, breaks a tackle at the 40, cuts back at the 45, midfield, still on his feet inside Tiger territory all the way down to the 39-yard line. Wow, what a run by Kristen 𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍.
Yeah, once he broke through there, he made a move to the sideline, and he almost got away from that last guy.
1st and 10, quickly back up on the line of scrimmage. Handoff again. 𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍 waits for his hole to open. He crosses inside the 35, down to the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 on the play for Kristen 𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍.
Kind of in hurry up mode here now.
𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍 made a break. He's over, holding on his knees there. Stay down in 5. 𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍 gets a call again. Hands off to him. Hits the hole. He's going to gain a yard as he'll carry it just inside the 34-yard line. A short yard. Third down and a long 4 here now for UAM.
Looks like we are going to give 𝗵𝗍𝗻𝗍 a little breather.
Weevils are going to go back with Cage in at running back. Glenn Cage, the freshman out of Baton Rouge, will line up in the side. Buddy Taylor on the right side. Twin receivers on either side. On 3rd down and 4, blitz coming. Taylor loads it into the sideline. Is complete to Arlie Lee. Lee's got it inside the 30, breaks a tackle. 20, dives forward to about the 15-yard line.
Move after the catch.
Arlie Lee, the 6'2 receiver out of Stuttgart, making the catch and run. It's a 1st down for the Weevils, just inside the 15-yard line. Quick snap again, out route, going for Lee. Made the catch, down close to the 10-yard line. Marking it out just shy of the 10. So a gain of almost 5 on the play. That point at the 10-yard line. Gain of 5. 2nd down. Weevils can get a 1st down just inside the 5-yard line. As Taylor again has his team up, looking left now, throwing a fade in the corner. A lot of holding going on. The flag will come out. That's going to be the pass interference.
I was beginning they weren't going to throw it.
That was Johnny Gibson, the intended receiver, and the quarterback over there. He knew if he let him get by him, it was going to be 6 points. So he just go on and do his jersey. It'll be an automatic 1st down, so we pass the distance to goal. So from the 2, 1st and goal. Weevils need to put it in here with 9:39 to play the quarter. Third quarter trailing 28-7, going with the big package again. Wiley will check in. It looks like he's going to take a direct snap. Got the big tight ends in. He runs to the left side. Lee lowers his shoulder, going for the goal line. His knee went down at the 1. So it'll be second and goal from the.
Number 3, Ollie Lee up here.
Stay with the big package. The two tight ends lined up on the left side of the lead. Left snap. Oh, not much there. He's not going to get in. Give me stop.
I'm going to give him second effort. He's in.
Wow. Okay. Never up on the play.
Exactly. I did hear a whistle, but
second effort gets Lee into the end zone from 1 yard out. And I think that's the second rush.
it is. It is.
No.
It's not.
No, we don't have one defensive score.
Exactly.
All right. They scored a block. That's two.
Exactly.
Because Arlie, you're right.
We thought he scored, but they didn't think he did. He may be going to go for 2. No.
28-13. I see Grassati out there.
I could see Grassati.
Caleb Jacobs does the holding one. Gets set. Right foot kicker in Grassati is snaps down and kicks on its way. It's uprights and good. 28-14. Inching their way back with 9:11 left to play in the third quarter. We've got to wait for the defense to stop.
Exactly. We got to stop it. The last 3 times they've had the ball, they've got. So we got to get stopped some kind of way here.
28-14. Tigers lead it. We're back after this timeout.
UAM members in the process of promoting the Legacy Campaign. The Legacy Campaign is focused on enhancing the student athletes to major facility. Please educate our student athletes with this major facility improvement and upgrade. For more information on the Legacy Campaign and how to donate, please contact the UAM Athletics office at 870-460-1157 for more information. Students, please check your ticket stubs. For a chance to win kick a 25-yard field goal to win a $100 gift certificate to the UAM bookstore presented by the Student Government Association and the Student Activities Group. The winning numbers are 001932. If you have the winning ticket number, please see assistant.
Well, it's 28-14. Both teams have scored a touchdown here to start the third quarter. We're still down by 2 scores with 9:11 left to play here in the third. Didn't take UAM very long to go 76 yards, though.
No, it didn't. We went to the hurry up.
Christian Gamage had a couple of big runs on that. Big pass play down and then a 1-yard run by Arnie Lee.
A good second effort running play by Arnie Lee to get in for the score.
Grassati will tee it up and get set to kick it off. Dior Scott back deep on one side. Tavari Smith on the other. This one will be in the air and fielded by Smith up at the 12-yard line. He'll return it to the 15, the 20, cuts back, going to be tripped up and brought down at the 25-yard line. Is making the stop for UAM. It's going to be 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍𝗓. McGarry on the special teams, making the stop for the Bo Weevil. First and 10 for ECU at their own 25-yard line. We'll find a way for the defense to make a stop. Or force a turnover somewhere.
Time for somebody other than Hank to get involved.
They'll spread the field. Trip receivers go wide left. One comes wide right. McGalley shotgun puts his tight end in motion. He'll have on the wide side. A lot of motion, a lot of movement. Flags come in. The Tigers going to start behind the chains.
Sometimes putting that guy in motion causes those linemen kind of get antsy.
So back them up 5. It'll move it back to the 20-yard line. It'll be first and 15 now for ECU from their own 20. Running back this time is Montgomery. He'll line up on the left side of his quarterback. McGalley hands it off to Montgomery. He's line of scrimmage. and going to be bumped for a loss. Wow, the initial contact, that's big rim getter. 6'2", out of Shreveport. They can hit on him and drop him. You're going to give us more press at the 19th. A loss of 1. Second down and 6 down. And that's one of the few times that they've not had positive yards. On first down.
Exactly.
Second down, 16. Montgomery lines up on the right side of McGilly this time. Split wide left. That'll be the wide side of the field. Ball on the right hash mark. Here's a snap. Wanting to throw McGilly in the pocket. Fires deep on the left side. Incomplete. Intended for Dior Scott down at the 45 of UAM. Stride for stride with him, the defensive back. Weevils that time was Michael Cordy. That was a perfectly thrown ball.
Almost. Yeah. Pretty good coverage, too. Big right here. Make them turn it over here.
Third down and 16. The Tigers are 2 on third down possession this afternoon. Fifth receiver wide left on third down and 16. Tiger comes in, looks up the short side of the field, trying to make receivers over here. Kelly straight drop. It's coming, unloaded, gets the pass off. It's complete. There's a flag, however, coming in at the line of scrimmage. Pass complete to C.J. Cole. Oh, Pool's name, isn't it? Number 85. We find him again. Cole, C.J. Moore. That's what we're looking for. That's a receiver that's been a thorn in the side this afternoon. There's a flag down and an injured player down for ECU, one of the offensive linemen. It's going to be a holding call. The Weevils are going to decline the penalty. It was only good out of the 26. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Exactly. They're going to be tending to the big offensive lineman down there. He says, okay, going to get him up, help him walk off the field. Sadari Brooks.
He's a good-sized human.
Big young man.
Offense, 78-54. That penalty flag.
All right, an illegal chop block.
And 78 was involved in it. He got the worst end of the chop.
So the Weevils will decline the penalty. It'll be 4th down and 9. A long 8. The punter will come on, but this is what the Weevils needed after scoring a touchdown on that drive. Force them to a 3 out here.
Exactly.
(28-14) our score. Tigers with the lead. They've led the entire ball game.
I'd like to see Image get loose on a return one time just to see.
They'll be staying at his own 35. Weevils have blocked one punt this afternoon. They're coming after this one. They get it off. It's an end-over-end kick. Gamage will let it hit her. It's got to be fielded or down to by the Tigers. At the 37-yard line, make it the 42-yard line, and that's where the Weevils will start first and 10.
Extra and Duncan almost got that. I don't think he went his full out the time he blocked it, but he still got pretty close to that punter.
Pretty good field position to start this second session of the third quarter for the Weevils. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 and Giovanni Gibson split wide right. Got to tight to that side as well. Buddy Taylor out of the shotgun. Hands it off to 𝗗𝗓𝗏. 𝗗𝗏 straight ahead. Couple of yards there as he's going to drive the pile forward out to the 5-yard line. It'll be a gain of 3. Bring up second down and 7. I think 𝗗𝗏, he went harder here in this third quarter than the first half. It seems like
he hit that hole real hard time or two in the last drive. He's about to bust one here in a second.
Second down and 7. Taylor again hands off 𝗗𝗏 right side this time to a wall over there. Going to be no gain on the play as they'll slide right back. Back at the line of scrimmage. Third down and long now for the Weevils. Third 7. We'll see Nick Howard and Harley Lee check in wide receivers. Weevils going to spread the field. Twins on either side. They look into Coach Walls. He'll call the play here on the sideline. Third down and long. Tigers show a 4-man front defensively. See if they bring the blitz and come after Taylor. On third and long. A straight drop here. Delayed blitz. Taylor running for his life. Tries to hit the sideline. Goes a pass across the 45 of the Tigers. That's the first down.
Nice reception there and a good job by Buddy Taylor.
Blue Jays first down, keeps the drive line on third and long. Jays now at the 44-yard line of ECU. First and 10. Ball to the right hash point. Now to stay with the twin receivers on either side. Taylor looking over the defense. Gets a quick pass. Going to Howard down about the 40. So it's going to be almost 4, almost. We'll call it 4. Down to the 40-yard line. sideline. Just a quick out route. Good for 4 yards. We'll take it.
Just like a long handoff.
Second down and 6 now for UAM. Stay in the spread with twin receivers to either side. Under 6 minutes left to play third quarter. 28-14. Weevils trail. Need to score here. Loose the ball. It's on the ground of the Weevils. Will recover it. Nope. Tigers recover it. Big 97. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. Nana falls on it. Wow, bad exchange between Chris Gamage and the quarterback.
I don't think Gamage ever got it. I just don't think he felt good.
Second turnover of the ball game for the Weevils. The first one came back in the first half. It was an interception in the end zone when the Weevils had driven the length of the field and got picked off. In the end zone. The game was 7-0. Tied it up at 7-7.
Exactly.
First and 10 Tigers now from their own 42-yard line. Defense back there, need another stop. Handoff. To go right side. Hall in the backfield. And he's going to be smoked back there, back behind the 40 at the 38-yard line. Well, a defensive pressure coming up. Like leading away from Weevils was going to be Getter. Also on the stop, big number 94, Christopher Campbell.
Looks like we got a.
Was there a flag on the play?
I don't know. They're having a discussion about something.
See if we go down on the field and pick it up.
After the play, offense number 37.
Yeah, we talked about the first half. It seemed like all breaks were going simple way. All penalties were going to UAM. Everything was hard. Finally, we get a couple breaks.
I think there may be a little extracurricular conversation going on now. And it's getting a little nasty out there.
They're going to spot the football all the way back to the 23-yard line of ECU. They need to get to the Weevil 48 for the first down. So second and 29. McGalley, one to go. Short, complete out near the 30. It'll be down there. First chance of the afternoon for Jacob Martin. Short game. It's going to be third down and long now. Third down and 23.
Best part about that last penalty was it was out of play. So down county.
Third and 23. Triple receivers to wide right, 1 to 5 left. McGalley got out of the shotgun. But Scott in motion the yard lines up on the left. He'll run a wheel route down the left sideline. Throws it. Incomplete. Good coverage over as well, breaking on the ball for the look like. number 4 for the Weevils. That is McGarry, the defensive corner on that side.
I think the pass was going to be out of bounds anyway, but he was in good coverage.
That'll bring up a 4th down and 23. Second time here twice in a row. Force him to a 3 and out. Football back. Just got to do something with it. They come after the punt. Don't get it. Gets the punt off. And it's going to hit and go out of bounds, down inside the 40, 35-yard line. The Weevils will have it. You come after the punt.
Duncan is upset with himself, too. He's just missed the last 2. He ran all the way to the other side of the field after missing that one. He's a little upset.
4:31 remain here in the third quarter. It's 28-14. Both teams have scored a touchdown here in the third. Weevils have forced the Tigers. A 3 and out their last 2 possessions. UAM football at the row 5. Taylor out of the gun. Little laid throws incomplete. Howard running a quick slant pattern behind just a little bit behind him. So 2nd down and 10 now. Clock will stop the incomplete pass. 4:27 to go here in the third period. Isaiah Cross and Gibson. Gibson's split wide. Ball's on the right hash mark. Howard's over there, man-to-man coverage. 1 to 3 again. Quick pass across the middle. He's got the pass complete. 47-yard line, and that'll be first down.
Same route. Different side. Only put a little more mustard on it.
Isaiah across with it. It'll move the chains. 1st and 10. Weevils back up to the line of scrimmage again in a hurry. Taylor looking over the defense now. Buddy takes a snap. With Cage. Cage got a little room. He's across midfield. He'll be just inside Tiger territory, right at midfield. That'll be a gain of 3. 2nd down 7 now for Weevils. 3:55 to play the third quarter. 28-14. ECU has the lead. Gibson will split wide right. He and Howard will go on that side. Isaiah comes wide on this side. Again with Cage looking for a hole. Gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage and will fall forward for no gain. The hole was to develop. He's got his legs tangled up.
Yeah, he got tangled up with his tight end here.
So no gain on the play. 3rd down and 7. Weevils on the afternoon. 5 of 11 on 3rd down conversion.
Got to have a little bit more luck than that big down right here.
Taylor won the throw. Steps in the pocket, now scrambles. Comes left, throws down the field, and going to overthrow his intended receiver and almost intercepted it, I guess, pretty close to the safety back there.
Exactly.
So the Weevils will look at 4th down and 7 from midfield. Trailing by 2 scores. Both teams head toward the sideline. Looks like the punting unit will come on for the Weevils. 3:05 left to go here in the third. Rosati comes on. This will be a 6th punt of the afternoon. He's only averaged 27 yards on the day. Got to pin him back deep. Scott back deep, return a high, wobbly kick. Fair catch call. For by Scott at the 10-yard line. Dior Scott makes the catch there. That's where the Tigers will have it 90 yards away. We will still got another defensive stand.
Exactly. A couple of the last passes by Buddy, a little bit behind the receiver. He had a receiver open on that play right there, just a little behind him.
2:59 to go in the third period. 28-14. Our sports ECU with the lead. They'll have the football at the 10-yard line now. The backup quarterback came in there in the second quarter for them. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes this afternoon. They'll have Miles Davis, starting running back in this series. Backfield. Look out, again out of the shotgun. Twin receivers line that play after one throw. Goes on there for deep down the field. Going to overthrow as a receiver running a deep post pattern. As that's a pass intended. Davian Blunt. I don't have him. 2. I think it's Blunt that's on the receiver. Goes incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Good thing for the Weevils. All that they can. So the clock stopped.
Exactly.
With the incomplete pass here with 2:52 to play in the third. Out of the shotgun. Now hands it off. This time Davis tripped up the 10. Going to get it out to about the 11. Nice shoestring tackle there for the Weevils.
Just wide on the tackle.
No gain. They say his knee went down like that. So it'll be 3rd and long. For you. They are 2 of 10 on 3rd down conversions. Looking at 3rd and 10 here. Davis takes the run back. Twin receivers wide to the left. One to the wide right. And man coverage out here on Moore. Kelly straight up. Has time up to Davis out of the backfield. He's over the 10. The 15. Not going to get the 1st down. He's swung out of bounds over there. And that's going to be Mario White on the stop way up.
Big stop again.
So a 4th down situation now for the Tigers. Now have to punt away. And, we keep, every time we stop them, we're getting a little bit better field position. Starting field position. We should be up around midfield.
I think Duncan out here on the end on our punt block, maybe he may get close to the end here.
Butters gets the snap. They get it off. A wobbly hit over end kick. Gannon calls for the fair catch at the 46-yard line. UAM. Weevils will start, but again, each time we stopped them, getting a little bit better strike field
and
position.
he did a really good job there, a fair catching it, not letting it hit the ground.
So the Weevils have it first and at their own 46 now. Minute 32 to play in the third quarter. We're trailing 28 to 14. Taylor Jacobs going to check in the ball game. He's going to line up in the backfield and running back spot. So
Oh, me.
the Weevils try to find somebody that can carry the mail. On first and 10, buddy. Taylor straight drop. Taylor steps up. Fires over the middle. It's going to be caught by Cross. Nice catch by Isaiah Cross. Down at the 37-yard line. He took that.
He's scrapping. I noticed the last time we had the ball, he's not hurt. I see him rubbed in the back of his legs, and he's just cramping a little bit.
I moved the chain. Completion moves it all the way down to the 37-yard line of the Tigers. Cross will come off. They'll work on his calves over here. He tries to get some hydration in as well. On first and 10, Taylor wants to throw. Force down the pocket. Taylor breaks a tackle running to his right now. Go ahead. His helmet comes off as he gets hit at the 36-yard line. And his helmet came.
I don't know how to come off with all that hair he's got.
A gain of 1 on the play. It'll be second down and 9. I'll have to see who's going to come in and take the snap for the Weevils. They're so big. We'll see Arlie go back there and to the wild Weevil. Damage will have to come off for at least one play. They'll come off. Second down, 9. Down to 36 at ECU. Damage goes in motion. There's a handoff. Left side. Who was that? That's number 8. Bonnie Gibson. Down to the 31-yard line. Gain almost 5 on the play. Third down. Second down.
Looks like he had some room out here, too. He just kind of got tripped off.
We're going to head toward the fourth quarter. Weevils looking at third down and 5 when we start the fourth quarter. 28-14 from the Tiger 31-yard line. When we come back to Convoy Cotton Bowl Stadium after this time. As we get set to start the fourth quarter, it's 28-14. Weevil get third down and 5 from the Tiger 31-yard line. Through 3 quarters, UAM run 56 plays for 209 yards. The Tigers 52 plays for 289 yards on the afternoon. Third down and 5. Weevil stay big. Leave Arlie leading up to the quarterback. Taking the wild Weevil snap. Puts Gamage in motion again. Line up on the right side. He wanted to throw. Complete to Gamage at the 20, the 15, 10. He's going to run out of bounds. Down at the 10-yard line.
I think we surprised there. They weren't expecting a lead to throw the ball.
Wally leads wide receiver. He didn't run in the wild. Weevil, he's a redshirt freshman from Stuttgart, Arkansas. I've seen some playtime at quarterback. I think I remember him.
Okay.
Lee will stay in at quarterback. Gaines goes in motion. Handoff right side. Going down the 5-yard, 6-yard line. Is on the carry this time. It's going to be Gibson. It'll be 2nd and goal now from the 5-yard line. (28-14). We down by 2 scores and UAM is knocking on the door. 2nd and goal. They stay with the big pack. 2 tight ends. Arlie Lee taking the direct Weevil out. Cuts it up. Still on his feet inside the 5, pushing the power forward. He'll get it down close to the 2-yard line. It'll be 3rd and goal from there. All right, with both scores for the Weevils here this afternoon when they got down in the short yardage. That's what we're going with.
He made a pretty good move in the backfield. They had a little penetration, but he got away with the first guy. So
the quarterback, Bud Taylor, come back in now. All right, will come out. Gant will look back to the running spot. Howard splits wide left. Giovanni Gibson comes wide right with the tight end set to the right side. Taylor, the snap, hands it off to Gamage, hitting the backfield, squirts, gets it down, touchdown, Weevil. Gamage, 2 yards out. Weevils are down by 8.
another really good move by one of our running backs. He got away from somebody on penetration, but dove into the end zone. Nice try.
13-37 left later in the 4th quarter. Can to within 7 points with this point. Taylor Jacobs does the holding. Corsair been 2 so far this afternoon. He'll set up. Right foot. Soccer style kicker. Snap down. The kick's on its way. It is. Uprights and the Weevils have pulled within 1 score. 13-37 at the play of the game. We're back in a moment. It is 28-21. Weevils are as close as they've been since it was 7-0 early in the game.
Exactly.
And they've done it with Harley Lee rushing football. He has 1 yard. Gsadi had the extra point up in the third quarter. This last score came from Kristen Gamage. Gsadi had the extra point. Weevils now down by 7.
And our defense has held them twice now to make them get us the ball back in that quarter.
So the kickoff team will come out. Gsadi's been able to kick off. They'll send back deep. Dior Scott will be on one side. On the other side is going to be Barry Smith again. Their return men. Weevils special teams has played really well this afternoon on the coverage. Exactly. They don't need to give up a big one here. 28-21. Weevils down by 7. Still a lot of football play. 13-37 here in the fourth quarter. Momentum partner swing. Play. Exactly. Short pitch kick. Going to be fielded a fair catch call for up at the 27-yard line by one of the upbacks. And that's what the Tigers will have. First and 10. I think the catch out there. The Tigers going to be Jayton Franklin. He knew he wasn't supposed to run the ball, which is done. You just catch it right there. So he makes the catch at 27. First and 10 for the Tigers. Their backup quarterback came in the second quarter. And since the opening drive of the third period, the Weevils shut the Tigers down.
And their starter have really hurt his hand. He hadn't. I don't even see him stand on the sidelines.
On first and 10, McGelly hand out to this tailback. He'll be hit after he crosses the 30 out to the 32. It'll be a 5 on the play. He's carrying the football that time. David Hall. And about a gain of 6 on the play. Second down and 4. Right out at the 32-yard line, almost the 33. ECU's clock to run, so they made it. To keep it on the ground, they can pick up first down with it.
Exactly.
Second down to 4. Kelly puts the tight end in motion. A lot of movement up front. Finally, the flags come in. They will have a receiver call against the Tigers.
We're going to get that 5 yards. They gain back.
The officials are just looking at false start on offense. Back up 5. And that, too, is a problem for ECU here in the second half. They've had some huge penalties here in the second half.
Several motion penalties. That another quarterback cadence takes a little while to get used to sometimes.
9 for 81. McGelly again hands it off right side. Now keep it himself. Naked bootleg. He's going to throw now. He throws and it's going to be incomplete. It was trapped on the ground by Dior Scott.
And he was open.
Yeah. I thought he had it off on the right side.
Me too.
Kind of naked bootleg coming out.
I couldn't figure out why the quarterback just kept coming this way.
He's going to get the ball well on his hip. It'll be a 3rd down and 10 now for the Tigers.
His receiver might have been too open on that play. He thought he had a lot more time than he thought he did.
There's a timeout on the field. 28-21 score. People down by 7. We'll take it with them. Be back in just a moment. They go.
as a reminder, if you're feeling
We're here at Cowboy Leslie Combo Stadium, 12:44 to play in the ballgame. It is 28-21. East Central has the lead on the Weevils. There's an official timeout. We'll go back and review that last play, see if it was actually called or not. They were incomplete on the field.
And the official that made the call wasn't 5 yards from him, so he was pretty adamant that he didn't catch it. But it's taken a little while to look at it several times, looks like.
Through 3 quarters, the Weevils had 209 total yards, 12 of 23 through the air, 1 interception, 13 of 24 for the Tigers through the air, 227 yards. ECU to be charged a timeout. They called for the review. That was a timeout. And the play stands. So 3rd down and 10.
Big defensive play right here.
They're going to stop them the last 2 times. They're going to 3 out. Scored 1. On the stop. 3rd down and 10. On their own 27-yard line. They're out of the shotgun. When the receivers are on the near side. Play action. 1 to 12. Pressure coming. Step down. Flags are going to come as well. There's our friend, Alfreni Hankins. Alfreni was right there. With it. The Joe stepped down. Holding ball against the Tigers with a final penalty to the 4th down. That's the football back to the 18-yard line.
Big turnover there, change of position coming up here. That's 3 times in a row now for the defense. They kind of got their feet back up under some.
And Alfreni Hankins had a heck of a ball
Exactly.
this afternoon.
Exactly. They need to feed him good after the game.
He's from Charleston, Mississippi, a junior. Snap, punt, come after he gets it off. Damage will field this one at 48. Return up to midfield, ball scores to the 49 of ECU. Once again, we get to a field position, following that defensive stand.
The last 2 punts, he had let it hit the ground, which is helping that out a bunch.
So the Weevils will get it 1st and 10 right at midfield, trailing by 7. 12:34 left to play the ball game. Damage will come in as a running back. Buddy Taylor, your quarterback. Twin receivers go wide right, one goes wide left. Tight end to the wide side. The ball's on the left hand. Weevils moving from left to right here in the 4th quarter. Taylor on 1st down. Play action, fires, short hops it out to Isaiah Cross down to the 45-yard line. We had to set. Even a quick 5-yard curl pattern was open. Patches up the front.
Exactly.
We 2nd down and 10 now. Arlie Lee checks into the ball game as a wide receiver. Well, the tight ends come out, so you go Arlie Lee and Howard wide to the left. Gets it and cross wide right. Taylor looking over the middle, throwing into a crowd. Going to be incomplete intended for Arlie Lee on a slant pattern coming over the middle. 3rd down and 10.
He was open too. A little bit too far out front.
Weevils are 7 of 14 this afternoon on 3rd down conversions. 3rd down and 10 here from midfield. They'll stay with the twin receivers to either side. Damage the lone setback. Taylor straight drop. Full screen pass complete underneath the wide receiver. Howard, a flag comes in as Howard gets stopped short of the 1st down. It's going to come down 8:06. You know, the Weevils got to start watching the clock. Here we go. I know you say it's still a lot of time left, but we are looking at 75 yards to cover here with 3 timeouts remaining. Tigers only have 2. All right, both teams are going to get it back out on the field. Buddy Taylor, your quarterback. Christian Gamage, the lone setback, will line up on his left. Twin receivers to either side. Taylor wanting to throw again. Fires down the field, going for Arlie. Going to be incomplete, and Arlie Lee couldn't get to it.
Looks like we got a flag.
There is. In the backfield. It's either a hold or a roughing the passer. Let's see what we get called.
Holding. Offense, number 54. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay 1st down.
Well, that'll be the 6th penalty against the Weevils here this afternoon. They've done a better job than they've been doing on penalty-wise, controlling that. They mark it half the distance to the goal. It's back to the 10-yard line. 2nd down and 20. Taylor, straight drop, looking, has time, throwing down the field. Nice defensive play as it's batted down at the last second. Intended for Arlie Lee out there. The defender came in on the inside and just got a hand on it.
He was open too until he got inside of it.
So it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
2nd down.
2nd down. You're right. 2nd down and 20. 2nd down and 20. Taylor again will try to throw. Going deep down the right sideline. Going for Nick Howard, and he overthrows him down in midfield. One thing about it, when you go deep like that, it makes those cornerbacks have to make sure they stay right where the receivers are.
It was going to be close out here, too. It looked like he had his inside arm on him. It's just hard to believe that can't be a holding penalty or an interference or something. But
it's 3rd down and 20 now for the Weevils. Here we go again, 3rd and long. Taylor takes the snap, quick pass, going to be complete to Howard out near the 20. He's going to get 10 of it, half of it back. So it's 4th down and 10. You're at your own 20-yard line, 7:39. You got to punt it away.
Got to.
Punting unit will come on for the Weevils. And now we'll start trying to manage the clock. We get a defensive stop, you're going to start trying to manage the clock.
Exactly. Defense is playing too good not to punt it away.
𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 will stand at his own 6-yard line to get the snap. Dior Scott back deep once again for the Tigers. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥, high spiraling kick, hangs in the air. Scott will call the fair catch at the 36-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line, where they'll mark it out, mark it down.
He got that one to turn over a little better than the last couple.
We've got 7:04 to play in the ball game. 28-21. Tigers went up by 7. They scored on their first possession. Weevils tied it up, made it 7-7, and then it was all Tigers. They were at 14-7, then 21-7 at halftime. They lead 28-14 now. Excuse me, 28-21. 𝗗𝗓𝗄𝗧 running for his life, running down the right side, going to throw it away. The Weevils, like you said, the defense has played well here since that opening drive of the 3rd period. They have shut them down.
Since that big receiver they have made those 2 big catches, it's kind of put the quietus on him, and the rush is forcing the big quarterback to run around. And
Miles Davis will be your lone setback in the backfield for the Tigers. He'll line up on the right side of 𝗗𝗓𝗄𝗧, the quarterback. Weevil stay in a 4-man front defensively. 2nd down and 10 now. 𝗗𝗓𝗄𝗧 going to keep it himself. He's caught in the backfield and going to be sacked. Back at the 35-yard line. Coming through.
Darion Ballard.
Ballard with a stack. And that'll be the 5th time this afternoon that they've got to the quarterback. The loss of 2 on the play, 3rd down and 12. 6:35 to play now. Another 3rd and long. Again, the Tigers are 2 of 13 on 3rd down conversions. Got a new running back in. That's David Hall. 3rd and 13. Weevils are showing blitz. They bring the pressure from the outside. 𝗗𝗓𝗄𝗧 unloads it deep, and he's going to throw it away. The receiver never went down the field.
Really good coverage, really good rush.
And the Tigers going to have to punt it away again. We've just got to do something with it here. With 6:12 left to play in the game, 28-21 our score. Tigers of ECU with a 7-point lead. Kristen Gamage is going to go back, stand about his own 20-yard line as he awaits the punt. Last punt was a 54-yarder. They get a good snap. Weevils come after it, don't get it. Going to be a punt hit at the 25. It'll take a Tiger roll inside the 20 to the 15. The Weevils going to be pinned back at the 11-yard line is where they'll start.
I thought he was going to get it again. I thought Duncan was going to get to it again.
They blocked one. They go after that one. Don't get it. 6 minutes exactly left to play here in this ball game. Weevils have 3 timeouts. Tigers have 2. The UAM offense
90 yards away.
Yeah, 89 actually.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
I'll take your word for it.
Buddy Taylor's been the quarterback all day. Second string quarterback, back up to 𝗗𝗓𝗓𝗧 who's out with injuries, and he's played with better confidence here in the second half than he did the first half. Weevils down by 7. Taylor out of the gun. Gamage the lone back. Taylor wanting to throw. Taylor forced out of the pocket, in trouble, and he's going to be sacked back inside the 5, back at the 3-yard line. Well, the pocket broke down as Gamage was waiting for his receivers, which are all on deep routes to break open.
We got a lineman down.
Weevils, Keaton McIntosh shaking up a little bit on the play. He's going to have to come off the field. Plays up there on the offensive line. The loss is going to be back at the 3-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd down and 18 now for UAM. From his own end zone, Buddy Taylor will get the snap 2 yards deep in the end zone. He's going to hand it off to Gamage. Gamage left side. Going to get a couple out to the 5. He's going to bring up a 3rd and long again. And here we go. Back 3rd 15, 3rd and 18.
We haven't done anything much on first down last couple of times we've had the ball, which puts us in a hole to start off with.
It'll be 3rd and 16 from their own 5-yard line. Trip receivers come wide right. Giovanni Gibson, Isaiah Cross, and Arlie Lee are split wide right. Howard split wide left. Taylor from his own end zone, looking to throw, throwing deep, going for Howard down the left sideline. A lot of contact. There's a flag finally coming from way back down the field. Closest official to it never took his flag out of the pocket.
And he's got to be calling interference for him to even throw a flag.
So we'll wait and see what it was the line judge.
Exactly.
That threw it, and that was 30 yards down the field from him. We'll see what we get.
It's got to be a defensive penalty for that guy to throw a flag.
All right. Let's see. We're waiting on the call from the official.
Holding. Defense, number 13 against an eligible receiver. 10-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
Well, we get an automatic first down at a defensive holding on the cornerback.
That's the best thing about that penalty. It's an automatic first down.
4:56 left to play. Weevils will keep this drive alive. Maybe the last drive of regulation for them. They'll move it out to the 15-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from their own 15 now. With an automatic first down option. Right side, pitch to 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥. He's going to be dropped for a loss back at the 9-yard line. Boy, that cornerback, no one was out there to block him. He came up hard.
Exactly.
So
𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍 is upset too.
It'll be a loss of 5 on the play. 2nd and 15 now for UAM. Twin receivers go to either side. Cage is in the ball game at running back. Taylor, straight drop. Steps up in the pocket, now rolls to his right, looking down the field. Throws it, and it's going to be intercepted at the 25, to the 20, back to the 17-yard line. Is coming up with the interception there is going to be Amir Muhammad. That was thrown in a crowd. That could have been any one of 5 players come down with it.
Exactly.
3 for them and 2 for us.
It looked like when he first got outside on the right here, it looked like he might have thought about running, but then he thought he was open, and like you say, he wasn't open. So
the Tigers will get the football back after the turnover. That'll be the 2nd interception of the afternoon, thrown by Buddy Taylor at the 17. 1st and 10 Tigers. They lead it 28-21. Down to 4:07 left to go in the game. Magali going to hand it off. That's Davis. Davis breaks the tackle at the line at the 10, the 5. He'll walk into the end zone, almost untouched. A flag's going to come in after the play. We're going to have an unsportsmanlike conduct call after the play. They've already crossed the goal line. The play was dead, and the official threw his flag. The touchdown's going to stand, I do believe.
I think you're right.
As Davis gets Miles Davis, his first rushing touchdown of the afternoon. Here we go.
Result of the play is a touchdown. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 3. Unsportsmanlike conduct, offense number 65. Those fouls offset. Each player has 1 unsportsmanlike towards disqualification.
All right, unsportsmanlike calls against each team. So they offset. The result is a touchdown, and the Tigers go up 34-21 with the extra point coming. Yalsi on to attempt the extra point. He's been perfect on the day. 4 out of 4 so far. Snaps down, kicks up, and it is good. 35-21, Tigers lead it. 3:59 left to go in the ball game. Boy, Weevils hung around for a while, but
bad time for an interception.
We'll come back with the final 4 minutes for you right after this timeout. $35-21. The Tigers go back up by 14. 3:59 to go in the football game. Tigers get set to kick it off as they will. And this one is going to be fielded back at the 4, bobbled into the end zone. Gamage picks it up 2 yards deep in the end zone. Going to get it back out to the 4, and that's as far as he's going to go. Wow. When you bobble it and it falls, goes back behind you, that gives the special teams time to get down there.
I think he could have gone into the end zone. I don't think he really had possession. I think he could have gone into the end zone and downed it without having to come out.
There's a flag down at the 1 yard line.
I think there's about 4 flags.
Oh, is it? We'll see. Officials talking things over. Here we go.
After the play, dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, return team number 10. Penalty will be half the distance to the goal. That is number 10's first unsportsmanlike towards disqualification.
All right. Unsportsmanlike conduct call. Weevils had done so good on penalties early. A couple of big ones here late.
And I think the last one, they're all a lot of mouthing going on now since.
They'll mark it half the distance to the goal, put it down at the 2 yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. So once again, the Weevils from deep in their own territory going to hand it off left side. That's Cage. Cage gets hit at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be maybe a gain of 1, if any at all. Clock will continue to run. 3:45 to play in the game. Weevils down by 2 scores now. Made a valiant effort there in the 3rd quarter, but going to come up short, looks like, here in the 4th quarter.
Bad penalties at the wrong times. A couple of sacks.
And an interception. 2nd down and 9 now for the Weevils. Again, Taylor from his own end zone. Hands off to Cage again, left side. He's going to get it out over the 5 and then driven backwards. He's going to, no, they say right at the 4 yard line, so only a gain of 1 here. I thought he squirted through there.
I did too.
Gain of 1, 2nd down, or 3rd down and 8 now. So 3rd down and 8 for UAM. Under 3 minutes left to go in the game. Buddy Taylor at quarterback. He's 1 yard deep when he gets the snap. Leaves it with Cage again. Cage tries to go outside. He'll get it out up beyond the 5, out to almost the 6 yard line. It's going to looking at 4th down now and about 6. 4th and 5 for the Weevils. Yeah, you're down deep in your own territory. You're going to have to punt it away here with 2:38 remaining. They'll send the punting unit out. Clock continues to run down to 2:30. Barring a miracle for the Weevils, the Tigers are going to go and pull the win out here on the road. They will improve to 2-3, and the Weevils will fall to 2-3. 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 standing right there on the back end of the end zone, and now the Tigers call a timeout with 2:09 left to play in the ball game. We'll take the break with them. It's 35-21. Tigers lead it. We're back in a moment.
Fans, Red Bull Weevil football team will host Henderson State University Rebels for breast cancer awareness pink out game sponsored by South Arkansas Rehab here at Cotton Bowl Stadium October 21st at 2 p.m.
𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 gets the snap in the end zone. A beautiful punt out of the back of the end zone, fielded by Scott at the 40. He returns it, had some room. A flag is out at the 45, midfield. Weevil 40, back down the sideline, another flag. Scott's going to carry it all the way down for the score, but we'll see what all the flags are about. I see 1, 2, at least 3 yellow hankies out there on the field.
The back judge, before he ever caught it, was throwing a flag on the other side of the field.
There's an injured Weevil down. He got blindsided running down the field on a blindsided block. Dior Scott with the return, but that was a beautiful punt from 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𗘘. He was at the back of the end zone. It carried to the 40.
He really turned that one over. He did a good job.
We're going to see what they sort out all the yellow handkerchiefs with 1:49 left to play. 35-21. The Tigers of ECU with the lead. And they're going to go out and check on the injured player for the Weevils. Next week, we're going to be on the road. We'll travel to Durant, Oklahoma, take on Southeastern Oklahoma State. It'll be a 2 o'clock kickoff next Saturday. We'll have the broadcast at 1:30 with the pregame show and 2 o'clock with the kickoff from Durant. As I don't think the touchdown will stand. I think it's going to be called back there. Let's see. Injured player for the Weevils. He's going to come off the field. That's Irvin Jones. Good to see him get up and run off. Maybe he just had the wind knocked at him. He got blindsided over there.
He got hit pretty hard. He may not have any wind there for a while.
All right. See if we can get a call from the official. They're explaining things to Coach Jackson down there on the sideline. And I see UAM's offense headed back out.
Illegal substitution on the defense is accepted. It's a 5-yard penalty will result in a first down. During the return, there was an illegal blindside block, number 28. That penalty will be declined. 1st and 10, Arkansas Monticello.
Okay, so an illegal substitution by ECU gives UAM a first down, so the offense will get another chance.
I think they had 12 men on the field before he punted it, and that's why this flag down here where the guy did catch the punt. I think the ref over there is the one that threw it first. I think they had 12 guys out there. They didn't get one of them off of there, I think.
All right. Weevils will have it 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. So Buddy Taylor back in at the quarterback spot, wanting to throw, looking, throwing down, going for Howard, jump ball. It's going to be in the air, tipped, and almost intercepted and incomplete. It's intended for Howard. The defender over there was just a jump ball.
Exactly.
They tipped it up, and it actually fell down on the defender, and he couldn't keep it on his chest.
He was surprised that it hit him in the chest.
That'll stop the clock with 1:43 left to go. Again, the Tigers of ECU 35, UAM 21. They led 21-7 at the half. Weevils cut it to 7, but give up an interception there late here in the fourth quarter that really just put the nail in the coffin for the Weevils here this afternoon. 2nd down and 10. I'm not sure what we're waiting on. The officials, everybody's standing around. Here we go.
Please reset the game clock to 1 minute 43 seconds and start it on the snap.
They're going to put 6 seconds back on the game clock. That's following the incomplete pass. All right, they got it set. Cage is your running back. Buddy Taylor, the quarterback, wanting to throw again. Taylor looking, dumps it off to Cage out of the backfield. He's up to the 10, the 15, going to get it over the 20, and out to about the 23-yard line. Be very close to a first down. That will move the chains. So Cage getting his first start of the season. He's a freshman out of Baton Rouge. There's a pass thrown out here to Howard. Howard makes the catch at the 26. He's hit immediately and brought down there. Be a gain of about 5 on the play. The clock continues to run. He stayed in bounds. 1:12 left to go. Weevils quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Taylor takes the snap, looking left. Quick out route, complete to Isaiah Cross. He'll have the first down as he steps out of bounds up at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10. Stops the clock with 1 minute to go.
Good pass that time by Taylor.
Howard and Arlie Lee will split wide to the left. We'll see Isaiah Cross and Giovanni Gibson come wide to the right. Ball's on the left hash mark. 1st and 10 Weevils with 1 minute left to play. One thing about it, Weevils haven't given up. They're still trying. Taylor out of the shotgun. Straight drop back. Has time. Dumps it off again underneath. That's going to be to Cage. Cage across the 45 out near midfield. And he'll be brought down there. It's going to be another first down for UAM. As he stays in bounds, they'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains. Now they'll start it back. Weevils quickly line up. Official blows it into play with 47 seconds to go. Taylor straight drop. Steps up in the pocket. Fires looking for Caleb Jacobs. Ball is tipped and incomplete. Almost intercepted. It's one of the linebackers drifting back there in no man's land. That'll stop the clock with 39 seconds remaining.
Personal foul. Hand to the face. Defense, number 50. 15 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
I didn't see the flag.
I didn't either. They don't let you get away with much up around the head area.
Yeah, his hands to the face. Called on the defense. So it's an automatic first down at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 Weevils. Taylor again. Throws it short. This one's complete to Arlie Lee inside the 30. He'll step out of bounds at the 28-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 33 seconds. 35-21. You know, even if the Weevils score here, you got to come back and get an onside kick and then try. But, I mean, you got to try.
Got to try. You're right.
2nd down and 3. Taylor looking into the sideline again. It's caught. This is Howard with a short catch. It'll get the first down as they'll step out of bounds at the 21-yard line. That took all of 5 seconds off the clock. Another first down for UAM as they'll spot it at the 21-yard line. Twin receivers to either side. Ball on the left hash mark. Taylor straight drop. Looking, throws this one over the middle. It's caught by Howard at the 10. He'll carry it down to the 8-yard line.
Another first down.
They'll stop the clock long enough to move the down marker. Weevils have to hurry to get up to the line of scrimmage. 22 seconds remain. And now the Weevils call a timeout.
I'm going to say, I think Coach Qualls called timeout.
So, you know, you look at this and say, well, why are they even trying? They're down by 2 scores. It's 22 seconds. But you got to build the confidence. You got to get these players. These are some young players out there for the Weevils.
This is Buddy's game, you know, to
kind of get them acclimated to if it does come down to where you have to go and score points late in the ball game. So that's the reason we're still trying.
And he's had his moments. Yeah. He's had his moments. He's thrown the ball pretty good at times.
Right now, 18 of 37, 2 interceptions for 191 yards. Not a bad day for your first start. Just Weevil's going to come up short. 14 of 28 for the Tigers, 2 quarterbacks that they have had this afternoon, 228 yards to the air. 300 yards total for the Tigers, 278 right now for UAM. All right, UAM will come to the line of scrimmage with 22 seconds remaining. 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Taylor rolling to his right. Buddy Taylor looking. Throwing right at the goal line. It's complete. That's going to be Giovanni Gibson, and Gibson is going to be out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Looks like he caught it at about the goal line, but then...
That's what I thought.
And then he went out of bounds, got bumped out of bounds back at the 2. It stops the clock with 14 seconds. 14 seconds remain here on homecoming day for the Weevils. They're going to come up short. Weevils go back with the big backs in the backfield. Arlie Lee, he's already got 2 rushing touchdowns on the afternoon. He and 𝗗𝗑𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 line up there in the backfield. Lee takes the wild Weevil. Arlie, he's not going to get it. Down to the 1. Not going to get in. The officials, or the UAM, calls a quick timeout to stop the clock with 9 seconds left. It will be 3rd and goal from the 1. And the UAM, they want to punch it in here, though.
Sure they do.
You know, it helps build stats and gives you something to work on.
Because these guys, a lot of these guys that have been playing the last 7 or 8 minutes, they're out there practicing too.
Yeah. It's 35-21. It was 21-7 at the half. Both teams scored on their opening possessions of the 3rd quarter, and then the Weevils defense stood up. It gave the offense plenty of opportunities, but UAM facing some 3rd down and long situations, bad penalties at the wrong time.
We couldn't make any yardage on 1st down,
Yeah.
which put us in a bad spot on 3rd down, and it's hard to keep making 10 to 12 to 15 yards, you know.
Every play. There's 9 seconds remaining. Both teams are on the sideline in the huddle. Weevils are down to 1 timeout. 35-21 our score. ECU with the lead. The Weevils looking at 3rd down and goal from the 1. They're going to spot the football on the right hash mark. Weevils going to stay with the biggies in there. Arlie Lee at the quarterback, the wild Weevil spot. 𝗗𝗑𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 Gibson, the lone setback. Arlie Lee with the 2 rushing touchdowns for UAM today. And now, I'm not sure what the officials are talking. They're pointing at Arlie Lee. I don't know what they could be talking about.
I think they're making it up as they go along now.
All right. They're going to let Arlie stay in the ball game. It looked like they were going to tell him to leave. On 3rd and goal from the 1, Lee going to hand it off. Left side, that's going to be to Gibson. 𝗗𝗑𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗓𝗏 goes over from 1 yard out. You got to make it 35-27. As 𝗗𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗧 will come on to attempt the extra point and try to pull the Weevils to within 7 with only 6 seconds remaining.
You get the extra point, and then you get the onside kick. You probably got time for 1 play.
If you have time for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at maybe 1 second left if it happens that quick. All right, 𝗗𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗧's going to come on. Caleb Jacobs does the holding for the Weevils. 𝗗𝗓𝗏𝗧𝗧's been perfect. He's 3 for 3 today. Snaps down, the kick's on its way, and it's good. 35-28. 6 seconds remain. You know, it's almost, I think it's academic. We're going to come back and kick it off, and Weevils are probably going to try the onside kick.
You got to try.
And then we'll go from there. We're going to keep it right here, Jason. As it's been homecoming here, and they had a great crowd on hand, had a lot of activities. They had the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the new physical weight gym and physical area, training area over there. Great facility. I think it was over $2 million that they raised to build that facility. And so if you get a chance to come out here and on the campus, you need to go make a tour of that because it is state-of-the-art. And it ought to help with recruiting for all sports.
Exactly.
For UAM.
Anything that's real shiny and new, a lot of folks want to come at least look at it. If you can get them in the building, then you might get them on the campus.
Again, it's homecoming. They crowned Addison Langford from Warren as 2023 UAM homecoming queen. Weevils line it up for the onside kick. Tigers have all of their good-handed people up within 10 yards of the football. as 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 gets the okay to attempt the onside kick. He gets a foot into it. It's going to hit, take a high bounce. That's what you want, but it's fielded by the Tigers. In return, they'll go out of bounds with 3 seconds. It took the big hop just like you want, and you want your man to catch it.
Exactly.
And just run down the sideline.
And it looked like he might have a shot at catching it.
But a Tiger came down with it, number 2 for them. 𝗗𝗂𝗻𝗂𝗓𝗓 made the catch. He'll go out of bounds at the 29-yard line, and 3 seconds remain. Tigers going to come out and snap the football one time. They're going to get out of here with a 35-28 victory over the Weevils. They'll improve to 2-3 on the season. The Weevils will fall to 2-3 as well in conference play. They go into their victory formation, and they're going to get set to take the snap, get on the bus, and make the ride back to East Central Oklahoma. They go underneath center, take the snap, take the knee. There's your ball game. Tigers of ECU with the win. 35-28 our final score. We'll come back and wrap this one up for you right after this timeout. On October 21st, as the Weevils host the Henderson State Raiders for the Peacock Game. Breast Cancer Awareness Day at 2 p.m. presented by South Arkansas Rehab. Thank you and drive home safely. Our final score, 35-28. The Tigers of ECU get the win over the Weevils here at homecoming 2023 for the Weevils. Looking at the final numbers for you, East Central finished the ball game with 13 first downs, UAM with 19. The Weevils rushed the football